to bounce, delirious. Battle City in the back just vibing. Every tactic hit that timing. The Gaffers all try fiving. Scoreboard shining, they're all silence. Why he more and Luke, Abby, they tried. Every single one got left behind. Holy ass, how we do that? We just laugh and take it right back. Darius running the show. Three clowns, one hero. Mighty soft park, Darlington Road. Bridal City out of control. We go up, up for the greatest. Sing it loud. Make the ground shake. Yeah, Darius running the show. Darius, 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 let them know. Wing up front, that first touch ruthless. Toppins hit, crowd move toothless. Starboy shining, neck keep losing, hands to head. Whole stand booming, Rose last dance in the salt park colors. Every tackle hit that thunder. Final whistle, tears and wonder. Legend walking out to thunder. Raheem Moore, Avi, they tried. Whole career they watched this rise. Every check got one clear name. Whole world know who runs this game. Darius running the show. Three crown hero. Mighty Sauce Park, Darlington Road. Bridal City out of control. One up for the greatest. Sing it loud. Make the ground shake. Jericho up. Darius running the show. Darius, 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 let them know. One we roar, for all we cry, for D we sing till the floodlights die. One more win, one more night, raise that scarf, paint the sky. Darius running the show. Three clowns, one goal. Mighty Sauce Park, Darlington Road. Bridal City out of control. We go up, it's all right. Rocking this flag, make the world say yeah. Boys, round the shade. Darius, 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 let them know.
Hello and welcome to the Gameweek 31 deadline stream. And yes, we're straight into it. We're going to get that timer straight on the board as well. And hopefully you enjoyed that. And I know that someone was asking for the D unit rant, but we had that for the late mail. And I thought we can't hear the same song twice back to back in the space of an hour. So I thought I'd mix it up and we'll see what we come up with the next thing. But I'm going to quickly start the timer because we are very close to the 2 hour spot. So hopefully I've nailed that. Let's have a look here and boom. Yes, look at that. It's going to finish with exactly 1 minute till the deadline. I've done it well. That's the team. As you can see there, Mukiele is an issue. Like Mukiele is actually an issue on the team. So I'm going to have to make a transfer, which is disappointing. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to make one. So touch wood. Hopefully it goes all right, but I'm not holding my breath. It could easily go pear-shaped, but yeah. That's the team. At the moment, it is Harry Wilson captain, Cole Palmer vice-captain, Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo against Bournemouth tonight on Friday Night Football. Yeah, I mean, playing game weeks are always interesting. They're always interesting. You got to sit there and hope that you get a little bit lucky, and I feel like potentially I'm going to be lucky. And again, there's like, you could argue a case to play Bart Simpson over Sanchez. Honestly, they're a bit much for a muchness, to be honest. And the other issue is Sade versus Mbeumo for me. So I could double up on the Brentford attack, or I'm doubling up on the Man United attack, because I'm definitely doubling up on the Chelsea attack. That one is 100%. That's definitely locked in. I'm just not sure. My gut feel is I've got to pick my own boys, but I'm like, oh, Man United can frustrate me. Like they could both blank, and then all of a sudden I'm just going to be hating life tonight. But like, it is what it is. So hopefully, yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to make a transfer though. And look, it is probably going to be Mateus Nunes in for Romero. I'm intrigued to know what other people think in the chat. other options. And yes, believe it or not, Binderson is not going to be coming into the team. So just don't write it. I'm going to ignore it. All right, I'll get into your questions now. But yeah, if you can whack it in there, who would you bring in for Matheus Nunes and make your reasoning behind why you would do it? Like, I need to be convinced. At the moment, I'm not convinced on anyone. I would rather have hoped that Mukiele was going to be fit, but I'm not going to roll out the possibility of rolling out 10 players that he's not. So, I'm thinking of bringing in Christian Romero. Maybe it might be better to roll out with 10 players if he gets a red card. FPL Dina, what's your prediction on United versus Bournemouth today? I've gone with a 1-1 draw. I don't know if I put it in the thing above me, but yeah, I'm going with 1-1, sadly. I'm doing the watch along, by the way. We will be coming back for the the Bournemouth versus Man United game. We'll be covering that one live, so hopefully we go right. Hello, mods. Who are you thinking to replace Mukiele with? I'm actually not going to replace Mukiele. I'm going to replace Matheus Nunes. I've got no team value tied up in him. So, and I'm wildcarding. So it doesn't matter who I realistically move. I've got team value a little bit tied up in Mukiele, so I'm kind of wanting to see what happens there. Matheus Nunes, I've got no affiliation to him. I've got no money tied up in him, so he's an easy move out. So that probably makes the most sense. As a DCL unit, the best Haaland replacement, honestly, this week. Honestly, I like the Pigeon. It depends on how long you need him for. If it's a 1 week play, I'd be going spicy. If it's like a longer term player, I'd be looking at Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen's probably my favourite the next 3 to 4 weeks. Yes, Dean, I hope you're well. Team this week, Martinez, Collins, Anderson, Hill, Van Dijk, and Mbumo, Stack, Rogers, Wilson, Captain, Thiago, Katike. Not so convincing. It's one of them weeks, Dan McDonald. I don't think anyone's going to be convinced with their teams this week. I'm definitely not. In theory, it looks okay, but I've got no faith in my defence. I've got no faith that any of them will do anything in my defence, and it's been like that for a lot of this season. Yaksh, how are you, buddy? Almost forgot my member now. Cheers for this game week. Need one from the card. Whom to captain, Bruno or Thiago? Need one from the card. All right, Bruno versus Thiago. Let's go on with Bruno Fernandes over Thiago. Do I take a -4 to take Hill out for someone or just roll with it? Do I take a -4 to take Hill out? No, I would roll with it. Open season versus Bournemouth. I love it. If Mukiele doesn't play, I have 10. Yeah, that's my position as well. If you're wild cutting, I would say you should get Robinson. Yeah. I just don't have any faith. I feel like Burnley blank him. Don't think I'll captain Bruno. Don't like early fixtures. This is probably the best option, but it's also the cheap option. It is. Thoughts on Pigeon as a punt? Love it. Thank you very much, mods. Thank you very much. Thanks for always responding to my message. I have 10 players right now with Tarkowski. Not sure if he starts. Might need to move 2 players. I also got Rice and O'Reilly, maybe to Jow Hall, Gordon and Dango. Which 2 will you move? I would. You're not going to have much team value tied up in O'Reilly, so I think he's an easy sell. So I'm in the same position. Like, if Mukiele plays, I'm fine. In your position, it's like, if Tarkowski plays, you're probably fine. But you need to make a move, I think. I would personally get rid of O'Reilly, and I think I prefer Hall over Jow. I feel like Hall's got the higher upside consistently rather than Jow. That's just my personal opinion. Gordon and Dango, my personal opinion is I don't think Gordon's going to do much against Sunderland. I think the way Sunderland play is not a Gordon-friendly game. But I could be massively wrong. So I'd prefer Dango out of those 2 if you had to ask me to pick one. Maybe Rodon instead of Romero for potential DC. It's a bit of a low bar this week. Jow's the only one I could argue of. See, the thing is, I look at Newcastle's defence. I mean, they just shipped 7 goals midweek. 7 goals. This is a team that shipped 7 goals. I'm like, I was tempted. I won't lie. I was tempted to bring in a Malik Jow or a Lewis Hall. And then I watched that Barcelona game. I was like, I can't be bringing in a player that's just conceded 7 goals. I know Sunderland are not Barcelona. I know Sunderland are not going to score 7 goals. We'd like to bloody well hope not, because something's gone massively wrong for Eddie Howe if that happens. But at the same time, I sit there and go, if you concede 7 goals, you're fragile. Mentally, you're going to be like, oh my God, how did we concede 7? Like, yeah, I've got very big concerns about Newcastle. Get your boy Dallo in, mate. That would be hilarious. It's actually not the worst shout in the world, you know. I actually don't mind that one. Could I bring in the Dallo ball? I just feel like Man United concede. I don't know what Dallo's going to do, to be honest. I'm pleased to see the back of many of my teamers. Oh, mate, I can't wait as well, Bateman. I tell you, some of these blokes are out, and they will be out, and they'll be out exceptionally quickly. Canade, chief culprit, Sanchez, they'll be out tonight. And in the forward line, honestly, I mean, in theory, that looks like a nice fixture against Fulham. I don't think it is. Thiago, I'm not selling him. His fixtures are too good. João Pedro could probably go on wild card, but then he could double. So I'm in that weird position where I don't know, but I want Jared Bowen back. So I hate to say it, but Ekatike might be the one that carks it in my team. And then obviously there's the Haaland. I mean, there's so many ifs, buts, and maybes. I think we just got to go with the form players, and the form players at the moment are not Haaland. They're not. Well, they're definitely not Mo Salah. They're not going to be playing, but there's all these different things that I don't know. It's just. It's a weird spot to be in. And there's so many things I'm going, I'm going to wild card and I'm just going to look to see if I can make some money out of players the first couple of weeks, if there is any chance of making any money. Like tonight, you'll be able to make some money because there'll be players that maybe you'll be able to bring in, like Lewis Hall's predicted to rise in price tonight. If he bangs this weekend, he's probably going to rise again. You can make some money out of it if you transfer him in, which is essentially what I'm going to be doing tonight. Where are we at? What are the doubts in the Everton defence? What will swing your captain towards Palmer? Yeah, I'm very tempted by Cole Palmer. I'm not going to lie. I think that if I lock in the team now, it's probably going to be a Cole Palmer captaincy. I know it still looks like that. That's how I just loaded my team up when I loaded the FPL website up. That's what it currently looks like. I thought that, I'll show you what it looks like down here so you can see what I'm on about. So down here, right, I looked at that. I'm just seeing if that's on the screen. I thought that this game was one. I don't know why I thought this because I should always know that that's not actually correct. For some weird reason, I had a mental blank and I thought that Everton-Chelsea game was Sunday lunchtime, 1:30 in the UK time. So an actual 1:30 game. It's 1:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. It's 5:30 p.m. UK kickoff time. It's tomorrow night. So I cooked it. I didn't realise that was the case because I would probably have had Palmer captain all week if I'd known that. But when I first looked at that, I got completely confused. Dango, yep. Rice and Dango, yeah. What other options to replace Rice and Dango? I quite like, honestly, this week. I think Gameweek 31, particularly if you're wildcarding, it's fine to go a little bit different. So I think Wilson and Bruno Fernandes are the two essential midfielders. Now, I'm not going to lie. Maybe Dirty Dom's a good midfielder this week. I don't know. But I think you can make a case for the fact that Xavi Simons could be worth a one-week punt. You could go to trying to think about that. Mateus Fernandes for West Ham could be okay. I don't even mind Brighton's Gomez. Brighton's Gomez, he costs 4.9 million. He could be a really good shout this week. And no one's going to go there because it's Brighton. But I don't mind him. I feel like if you're on a 1 week punt, it's better to have some fun with it because no one gets a team of people that return every single week. There's always one or two that blank or whatever. And I think on a blank game week, you can get a little bit creative and the rewards can be huge. I've been there. It can also be pretty disappointing as well. But yeah, that would be my recommendations. Fending Peeps, how are you, Simon? How are you, buddy? I knew you would be a sheep and captain of Bruno, mate. There, I know Bruno, not even in the captaincy. Besides Gabriel and Bruno Fernandes, who do you think are the essential FPL assets now? Strong case for Semenyo, I reckon. I don't think Semenyo is essential at all. I actually think that he's about to get pepped. I would not be surprised if he ends up on the bench in a couple of games post the international break. Would say João Pedro and Thiago, but strikers have been so inconsistent. Yeah, I think that the strikers, you could definitely make a case for João Pedro. In terms of defence, it's just Gabriel, man. Gabriel, Bruno, I think if you've got both of them, I mean, the game is so unpredictable this season. Honestly, I've sat there in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do a wild card of Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Elliot Anderson, Kevin Dewsbury Hall, and who's another really good DC merchant? I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my head in midfield. And maybe back to Rice. And play those 5 and just hope for the best. Like, because every week I sit there and go, these players will score. They just don't score. Like, and the players scoring the points are these idiots who just hacking into people. It's insane. Still think you should do Binderson and TC. Abby. The thought had crossed my mind briefly. Nico Williams is tempting after hearing Vicario's out. What? Vicario's out? I didn't see anything about Vicario being out in the presser. Did that come out today? Must have, if someone's saying that. I got Maguire hoping for some headers. Fair. -4 to get Suller in last week. -4 to get rid and brought in Gordon vice captain. Obviously DCL unit captain. If the Gary hadn't been coached on how to pronounce his name correctly. I mean, all he had to do was say the DCL unit and he would have been fine, but he can't even say that, Gary. Poor old Romero. Honestly, either or. I've looked at Pedro. But money's not a factor for me. I've got the money in the bank to pretty much bring in anyone in the defence and still have plenty of money left over. I don't know why I'm going Romero. Probably going to go Romero. Friday night and early kickoff on the Saturday. The biggest traps going. Don't even be tempted by picking Liverpool or United as captain. Yep. What defender would you buy? I'm probably going to buy Romero. I'm not even going to lie. I'd have won the whole thing. Yeah, legit. Changing your captain on the deadline stream again. I know. I'm a sucker for punishment, aren't I, Avi? Eventually, one dime, I'll get this right. Would you make a transfer if there is a leak that Mbumo won't start? Szoboszlai and Gordon are on the pens now. If Mbumo's not starting, I'm starting Kevin Sade. Like straight out the gate, I'm just going to swap it. I've got a player on the bench. That's why I moved Palmer in for Semenyo last week, so I could have the luxury of benching one of them and picking which one I think's the best. Now, obviously, if Mbumo's benched, I'm 100% playing Sade. However, if Mbumo's on the bench, he probably comes on and scores because that seems to be what happens with Man United. Whoever starts on the bench ends up coming on and scoring. I agree, but it's all luck. Yep. Do you agree with Trig that bench boost is the most powerful chip this season? I don't think any of the chips are powerful outside of wildcard. I think the bench boost is a pile of crap. I think triple captain is just a boring chip, to be honest. And I think that the best chip, the funnest chip, was they got rid of because they didn't like it. The cartel didn't like it. They got rid of the AM chip, and the AM chip was fun. That's what it's all about. Fun. And they took out the fun of the game and they added a bunch of numbers that people can't count when you're watching the football. And they're calling that fun. How's that fun? I don't even know if it's a tackle. I don't know if it's interception. I don't know if it's a block. I definitely don't know if it's a clearance or a ball recovery. Because when I'm watching the football, what looks like one of those things, generally speaking, isn't. And then they count stuff that I've literally got no idea about. 100% on the fun thing. Isn't that what the game is about? Exactly, Bateman. Go creative, go solid casuals. -8, 11 players. Salah, Gabriel, Timber, Donnarumma, bench, ready to go. Nice. You're still thinking about triple Arsenal defence? I am. To be honest, no, I'm not. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Part of me is like going, Man City are about to lose the league. Now, if they've lost the league and Arsenal are still in the Champions League, you're not rotating your players in the Champions League. You're rotating them in the league. And that concerns me. So, like, a part of me is like going, I want triple Arsenal for the double, and then I just want to get rid of them. No, I don't want to get rid of them. I want to get rid of them for players that don't play in Europe. So, for example, I'll be looking at the likes of Martinelli, probably Madueke, because they're probably going to start in the league, and the other ones will be starting in the Champions League because they would have won it. It's going to be a really interesting watch, and I feel like being able to read that Arsenal agenda is going to be pretty hard. I mean, the next round of the Champions League should be pretty easy for them. I've got no qualms that they're going to beat Sporting without too many issues, I wouldn't have thought. Do you think Mbumo gets... honestly, if they play Sheshko, I don't think they're benching Mbumo. I think it's Ahmad. I didn't think Ahmad played that well last week. In fact, I actually didn't think any of them played that well last week, except Bruno. I know Cunha scored a goal, and people say Cunha played well. I don't really think he did much outside of the goal, but that's just me. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I need a defender. I have Virgil and Alderete. Any suggestions? Romero, that's pretty much what I'm going to go. No, Vicario will get an op post. Wow, okay. Oh, so he's getting an op post game week 31, or is he playing in game week 31 or getting an op post game week 31 and he's going to play? Oh, mate. Announced in the last hour. Well, that turns me off. See, this is the problem. I don't know who I want to buy. Like in defence, I don't want to go to a Fulham asset, man. I really don't. Maybe I'll just bring in Dallo, man. Bring back Diego Dallo for the benching. He'll get benched tonight, won't he, against Mazraoui's back. Luke Shaw's available. Harry Maguire. Could Harry Maguire score a goal? Let's have a look. Actually, well, I'll get through some more questions, then I'll go and have a look. Oh, mad. Taking a punt on Calvin Bassey, hoping for something good from me. Yep, fair. If you had to pick 2 out of 3, Gordon, Wilson and Richarlison. One positive about Morgan Rogers this week is that Tielemans and McGinn are both back, but again, nailed on to either. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Spurs will have to play Kinski. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kinski will be in goal for Spurs. In fact, I don't think it makes too much of a difference because I don't think Forest are going to score. Like, their team just doesn't score many goals. Palmer, Bowen, Cunha, Juve, Alderete, Hill, João, Pedro, Ryan, Darlow, in for a big red arrow. I wouldn't be so sure, you know. I feel like most of your team's actually going to be all right. I feel like that's the kind of team I look at and go, there's a lot of clashes, but it could go very well or it could go very poorly. Hopefully it goes really well for you. Bocky, how are you, buddy? Raya, Dubravka, Gabriel, Timber already. Chalobah, you need to get rid of Chalobah, mate. Senesi, Bruno F, Minte, Anderson, Wilson, Tavernier, João Pedro, Haaland, Thiago. Actually, you've got Haaland missing 1. Oh, you've only got 2 players missing. No, you've got 4. All right, yeah, you need to make a transfer. You play Dubravka and transfer out Chalobah. Pick a defender that's playing, mate. That's all you need to do this week. If you've got the money, you do have the money. You could get a Liverpool defender. You could probably get Virgil van Dijk, which is probably a safe bet. Chalobah to João, yeah, you could do that. I don't mind the João pick, but they've just conceded 7 in the Champions League. That doesn't feel overly good either. -4 for a full 11. What could go wrong? Nothing. You've got 11 players. It's much better than having 10. If we're being honest, DC sums the Premier League up the last season or so and tells you what the FPL people are more interested in when it comes to... Exactly. They'd rather count people hacking each other rather than anything else. Paul, how are you, buddy? Would you start Wirtz or Tavernier? I would start Wirtz. Vicario's... Oh, he is available. Oh, what? So he's available, but he's got a hernia, and then you... Okay. All right. Well, that's good. I think that's good. Is it good? Is it good to play on a hernia? I've never played with a hernia, but I'm assuming it's a little bit uncomfortable. Hopefully it'll be sweet. Play on Sunday, off on Monday. Nice. Need Gordon, Wilson, João, Hall, Anderson, a blank. Fair. I feel like that's a little bit wishful thinking. I feel like Wilson's definitely going to bang this week. I'm pretty confident on that. It's just a matter of whether Palmer bangs more than Wilson. That's the question I've got in my head at the moment. Which one's going to do more? Spurs goalkeeper Vicario, one to go hernia. Yep. Evening all, hit those like and sub buttons. Thank you very much, Rob. Good to see you, buddy. Bench 1, Ekatike. Oh, mate, that is a rotten benching dilemma. I'm going to go Ekatike because I think he plays the least amount of minutes out of those 3. I have Dallo and I hate owning him so much. It'd be jokes if I bring him back in. That will actually be the stuff of legend. Imagine if I brought him back in, played him, and this was the week he got a 15-pointer. It's not going to happen. It's just stupid thinking to even think it, but it could happen, right? Could it? He could start on the bench as well. And then I'd be like, get a 1-pointer off the bench. Woo, that was a good transfer. Oh, sorry, I didn't think Vicario could play. Agree with Dan McDonald, but this week too soon for Tielemans to play. Yeah, I think Tielemans will be on the bench if he is involved at all. I'm suddenly very, very rich, 7.4 million in the bank. Oh, I wonder who you sold, Zygel. Is maybe... Does Mukiele start? Honestly, Mukiele starting, I wish he started because I would not make a transfer, but I don't think he's going to. So I'm going to move Mateus Nunes. I could bring in Augusto for Chelsea. He was ill midweek. Like, it's a completely rogue... Actually, I can't because I've got Sanchez in goal. Ah, well, there goes that idea. That's a stupid idea, you idiot. Cash starting, right? He's probably off the... I don't know. You can't... Did he start midweek? Did he start last night? That's the key question. If he did, he's probably good. I'm in the money. Mate, we're all in the money. I've got 4.2 in the bank. Actually, let's have a look. What should I do? Like, Mateus Nunes has to go. I've got 9.6 million to spend. Money is no object. I want a spicy pick that I think can bang and bang big. Where's Wang when you need him? Van Heck. I mean, none of these inspire confidence. I mean, Malik Jow, he's got 114 points for the season, but like, look at that. Outside of, I know he got a clean sheet last week against Chelsea, which was a bit of a fluke, but outside of that, he's got 4-1-3. Obviously scored the goal against Spurs, but it's Spurs 1.019 -1. Unless he's scored, he's been pretty crap. He scored a few times, so that's probably why he's been all right. I don't know. I'm not sold on Zhao at all. Not sold on Keane. Munoz. Saliba's not playing. Alderete. No. Anderson, definitely no. Collins, no. Dallo. I mean, Dallo, look at him. It's Leeds at home, and I mean, I'm not going to have him in 32 anyway, so it's 90 here to there, but could he do something? 7 points, 1, 1, 2. Is this the week where he bobs up in the box and scores a goal? Has he actually scored a goal this season? Yeah, he has. He scored 1 goal, 6. He's got 6. I mean, that was all the long throws, so the long throws are long dead. When was the last assist? I mean, quite a while ago. He got an assist 6 games ago against Spurs at home. And since then, he's done nothing for like what feels like forever. I mean, that's just a Hail Mary play. That's a stupid play, let's be fair. Van de Ven, he's another option, I suppose. I mean, he also loves a red card, doesn't he? But he has scored a few goals this season. He's scored 4 goals, 1 assist. Do I take a punt there? Again, it doesn't feel overly fabulous. Then there's Kukurea. Maybe Kukurea. I mean, I can't buy a Chelsea defender because I've already got triple Chelsea, you idiot. Stop looking at Chelsea players. Rodon, I mean, it doesn't inspire any confidence, does it? People say Nico Williams, but Nico Williams has done out this season, a bit like Milinkovic. He's actually done more than Milinkovic this season, but not much. Romero. I mean, it's feast or famine with Romero. He scored 4 goals from 20 starts. He averages a goal every 5 games. I mean, that is probably the one I'm most keen on at the moment. Milinkovic, I mean, how funny is this? Milinkovic last year, huge. 0 goals, 0 assists for Milinkovic in 30 games. That man is due a goal, surely. Let's get back into the chat really quickly. He came off the bench, Cash off the bench yesterday. See where Porro played in the UCL. Yeah, he was playing quite hard. He could be a shout. Playing FPL draft, reckon João, Bassi and Romero defender is good to go with. Don't mind it at all. Timber and Mukiele out for Anderson and João to field 11 for a -4. Don't mind it. Start Van de Ven or Senesi. Vicario injured. Vicario's playing though, so he'll be fine. So I'd probably start Van de Ven. Chalobah to João and Salah to Gorm were my moves to -4. Nice. Onion Shushman, you need a massive wank team. Might get Anthony Robinson, but he was benched recently. That's the problem, is that he can easily be benched for Sessegnon, and if he's benched for Sessegnon, it's a dud move. So, like, it's either Calvin Bassi. I can't bring myself to bring in Binderson. I just can't do it. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I think I'm going to take a punt on Romero. I feel like it's the move to do. I've got a player in the last game of the game week. So Spurs play Nottingham Forest in that last game, along with Aston Villa, West Ham. I don't know. Of all the games, I think that's the one, you know. I really think that is the one. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to buy Romero. Poro's the word spice in his full name. It's a sign. True. Newcastle's conceded 7 goals in one match. I know it's UCL, but it seems... I know. Yeah, I'm not going near Newcastle. They don't really interest me after that result. How the devil are you? Play double Bournemouth. Yeah, you could if you wanted. Howdy D, I brought in the pigeon. Happy days. Don't go anywhere near Spurs players. Yeah, listen to ballers, peeps. Exactly. Vicario out means Kinski starts. He's not out, though. Vicario's going to play in goal and he's getting his surgery on Monday. Gibbs White masterclass this weekend. What would Timu Jesus do? Probably now. Yes, Spurs will concede at least 3. Agreed, I'd rather have Lewis Potter over a Spurs defender. Better one game week punt. Bring it Tete like me. I went Rodon instead of João. Interesting. Huang on. Don't West Ham play Wolves after breaks attempted to get bombed with last transfer? They do. Play double Bournemouth versus Fulham. Sorry, what? Play double Bournemouth versus double United or do a -4 on a solid transfer. I'd probably just play the clashes. As a Forest fan, I could see a Spurs clean. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Some common sense in the chat. Going for Chalobah, Virgil van Dijk and Bruno captain. Thanks for the help. My pleasure. It has to be Romero. What do you think of Van Heck and Bruno in? By Chalobah, but Lewis Dunk. What about Lewis Potter from Brentford for you? I'm not convinced he starts. Otherwise, yes, I'd be very tempted to be chilly. What do you think of Van Heck and Bruno in? I don't mind Van Heck and Bruno in. I think they're 2 really good moves. By Chalobah, but Lewis Dunk, by Frimpong. I can't buy a Liverpool player. I've already got triple Liverpool, so that's not going to happen. I'm definitely not buying Lewis Dunk. maybe 3 or 4 years ago I would have. You think Spurs defender the ones should be targeted? Results can be so unpredictable. I agree. The results are very unpredictable, but I'm like, who else the hell else am I going to buy? Like, Matty Cash for a week? I mean, the problem is Villa have been conceding a goal every game. Like they've conceded 3 there, 4 there, 2 there, 1. They did win that game 1-0. 1. They kept a clean sheet there. So that's, 3 clean sheets since game week 21 is not horrible, but it's not brilliant either. Oh, maybe that's the play. Maybe it's buying a Villa defender for 1 week. And Matty, I don't have any faith in him. I have no faith in Villa's defence. Yeah. What's good, dude? Doesn't Mbeumo have a chance of getting benched tonight? I think he does, but I think that he'll start. My gut feel is that Mbeumo will start and will be sweet. Will Frimpong play right wing? That is a good question. If he does, he's a really good shout. But, again, it's so hard. You'd think so. I don't see Chiesa starting. For whatever reason, Slot just doesn't seem to really rate him or trust him with the minutes or the fact he won't get injured or whatever. So I think that potentially he's actually not a bad move, but it's really hard to gauge. Yeah, Luca Dean, but then there's Matson. Matson and Dean both exist. Like, who started in the Champions League midweek? Was it Dean or Matson? Because I feel like Luca Dean doesn't start. Actually, let's have a look. Where's Dean? Let's look him up. Where is he? Dean. Luca Dean. What's he done recently? He played 81 minutes, 69. Look at that. He's hit and miss. He either starts or he doesn't play. I need someone 100% I don't have to worry about is going to start. I wouldn't get a Villa defender 2-2 on the cards. Fair. Frimpong 100% plays right wing if he starts. Konza then? Oh, Konza's such a dud pick. He's either 6 points or he's a blank. There's nothing in between. He's not going to get anything else. Oh, Jesus. It's a slim pickings. For a 1 week defender, in reality, maybe it is a bloody Fulham defender. Oh, I can't bring myself to do it. I really can't bring myself to do it. Bassi, Tede's flagged. That can't be good. Maybe Castagna is a really weird shout. Pedro Porro, let's have a look what he's been doing. See, he's doing nothing in the league as well. He's just... Nothing excites me. Nothing. Pedro Porro might be the one, because Pedro Porro, what's he done this season? He's got 3 assists from 24 starts. He's done nothing this year as well. It's all been horrible slim pickings. Lewis Potter, a dude doesn't play long enough. He played 90 minutes the other day. He probably starts on the bench this week. Oh, there is literally no one. I'd actually go for a Chelsea defender, but I've got no Chelsea spot because of Sanchez. I'm not taking a -4 to bring one in. It has to be the slabhead. Leeds defender, good at home. Yeah, fair. But I've got, potentially, I might end up having double Brentford attack, so that doesn't feel good either. Konza and Mings to start. Palmer captain. Bench Gakpo. Bench Richarlison, Gakpo, Anderson or DCL. That's a tough one. I'd bench Anderson, I think. Just, not by much then. Lewis Potter, I'm not going Lewis Potter. Leeds defender. Can you remind me if you lose free transfers when using free hit? No, you don't lose them. You just don't gain any. So if you've got 3 free transfers and you press the free hit button, you have 3 free transfers next week. You won't get an extra one. So if you use your wild card or free hit, you don't gain a transfer when you play those chips, but you don't lose any either. The D unit move is to bring in Frimpong and captain him. Sadly, I've already got... I know. I actually would have bought in Frimpong probably if I'd had the spot. Fulham defender could be a trap this game week. Exactly. Hill, you've got to have to go Bindison. I'm not going Bindison. Not decided on when the wild card yet. Would you sell Richards or Munoz or Virgil van Dijk? Will Tarkowski play? I would sell Richards if you've got the money. I feel like Munoz is a better pick longer term. Will Tarkowski play? I only have blank players on the bench and need to play Tarkowski. I feel like you run the risk. I feel like I'd run the risk on Tarkowski. I feel like whatever he had surely can't be that bad if David Moyes are trying to play mind games with it. Does it have to be a defender? Formation blocked? Yeah, formation's locked. I mean, it's because Mukiele, right? If Mukiele is available and fit, then I've got 11 players and I don't have to make a move at all. But because I don't think... I mean, Labrie is normally pretty truthful in his press conferences, so that I've got to take him on face value, and for that reason, I think that potentially maybe it is just a Spurs defender in. Slabhead's definitely due a goal. He is. Will Tarkowski play? Have any blank players on the bench that need to play? Yeah. Hill and Senesi also Bruno have who to bench or just play. I'd play them all. They're probably. I think Senesi and Hill, for what it's worth, will definitely get DC tonight against that Man United team, 100%. I bet you make us wait till the end of your watch along to hit the wildcard button. I'm probably going to press it during the half time, probably. Is a step to Frimpong worth for -4 for 1 week and means double Liverpool defence? You're born to be pretty confident Frimpong's going to bang at least 6 points. If you are, then it's a good move. If you're not, I look at my team. I've got double Liverpool defence. I'm not going to lie. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet. Even though I predicted them to, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Brighton will score and trouble them. I've done 3 moves that still have Tarko and Mukad. No good. Start Hill or Cash? I would start Cash because I think there's slightly more chance of a clean sheet, but not by much. I've swapped Chalobah for West Ham's Mavropanos. He was good against City. He was good against City. Slabhead. I mean, let's have a look at Maguire. Where's his stats? I mean, he can play, right? What's he been doing, the old slab? I mean, he hasn't really been getting chances the last 2 games. Aston Villa 0.0, 0.0, 0.05, 0. He's due. What did he get against Bournemouth for last time? 0. I mean, he's only got the 1 goal, and that was against Liverpool, isn't it? 1 goal, 1 assist. He's well due. He's well due for a goal. I'm not going to lie. He's well due, but it's Casemiro. It's Casemiro's head. I mean, his DC's been pretty bang average as well. I mean, there's no upside to Harry Maguire. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'd rather bring him back Dallo ball. What 3 City assets would you have right now for a City double game week? Honestly, O'Reilly, Nunez, and I wish that Pep would just bench Haaland because I feel like he's in crap form. I'd love to get Marmoush. I feel like Marmoush could be a really good differential, but I just don't think he'd get the minutes. So in reality, it's probably Haaland and 2 defenders for me. I think I'd avoid Semenyo. That's just my gut read. I think there's going to be better players in that midfield than him. 6 of my players playing the 2 early kickoffs. What about everyone else? Yeah, that's mad. I've got 5. I've got 5 players playing the early kickoffs, which is insane. I don't like it at all. It's going to be horrible. Maguire isn't target anymore. It's Casemiro. Exactly. Thoughts on Dallo. I don't mind it for a 1-week punt. Bart Simpson or Petrovic in goal this week. Got to be Bart Simpson. Well, they're both at home, actually. I don't know. I just think the early kickoff, maybe that they get lucky against Liverpool. I don't know. I'd go Bart. Best Fulham defender to buy this week. I'm going to say Robinson, but that's me being biased because I had really good fun with him last year. But he's done nothing so far this year. He's been injured a lot. Would you start Hill or Rodon? I'd start Rodon. What do you think on Tarko to Romero, Creepy to Bowen, Yokeres to Watkins? Maybe give me a full 11 with Salah benched. I like all those moves. Paul Konchesky, yeah, he was mint. I have a feeling Pepper's moving towards Cherky now would be my pick. Yeah, that's what I think. I feel like if Pep's got a brain, he's going to start using Cherky. I mean, Cherky's unbelievable. Where is he? Hold on. Midfielders. Cherky. Let's type him in. Like, this dude is unbelievable. He just doesn't get played enough. Like, it just does not get the minutes. When he starts, he's generally pretty good for an assist or a goal or something. I lie. He's had a lot of games where he's done nothing as well, hasn't he? What's he up, though, for the season? 3 goals, 9 assists from 14 starts. I mean, that's pretty good going, right? I mean, his underlying stats really good. He's always 0.48 expected assists per 90. I mean, like, he just needs the minutes and consistency. He's probably going to take off. It's Pep. He's not a Pep player. Pep doesn't like those kind of players. I think that's half the issue. I'm on Palmer in on or Bruno in, keeping Timber or Palmer and then Bruno in next week, selling Timber. Yeah, fair. Don't mind it. Don't mind that at all. I know XXGA is nonsense, but Bournemouth have the lowest and therefore best for home. Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable, Bateman. They're so much better at home. And I actually think that Man United are going to struggle because Bournemouth's pitch is smaller, figuratively, it's a lot smaller than what Old Trafford is. And I think that might have an impact, which is why I predicted a 1-1 draw. Yeah. Munoz to Romero locked in. Nice. So I feel like Romero is just the higher upside pick. I just feel like, I don't know why. I just think it's a good move. Based on nothing at all. I've got no faith in any of these. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm not even going to think about it. Romero's in. There we go. Let's stop piss farting around with it. Just get it done. The more I think about it, the more I just don't want to do it. So I'm just going to do it. We're done. Peter, good to see you on the chat. Mate, your badge is gone next level. There we go. Romero's in. Live. Transfer made. Done. Dusted. Thanks for coming. I just had to see one more Romero in the chat and it was enough for me to do it. W United attack. I'd go Hill still. If Cherky starts the final, I'll probably buy him. Fair. Bench Cash or Van Heck, I'd probably bench Cash. Just rolling feels dead as rubber. Yeah, exactly. Love the content, bro. Have you considered doing content to target FPL draft? I'm looking at doing a bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to be busy doing some content for Footium the next couple of weeks. I'm going to actually start doing some videos for their actual channel because they literally need some help with it. Your content still really helps, but would like to see it. Fair. Thank you. I will consider it 100%. Probably not for the rest of this season, but next season I always like changing things up during the off season where I get a little bit bored. Why are people captaining Bruno over Wilson? Good question. I'm going to do a captaincy poll shortly and see what that's looking like. Looks like Ronaldo is playing. Yeah, I've seen that. I like Romero. Pedro Porro locked in. Nice. It's Spurs. I am Romero getting sent off now. I mean, if he gets sent off, I'll be like, it is definitely not my year. Good on you, Dino. I thought it was just me thinking Romero. I just thought, what's a player that could potentially score a goal this week that's in defence? And Romero, he scored 4 goals from 20 starts. I mean, every 5th game he scores, so he's due one, right? Why was Romero not selected for the national games? No idea. Probably because he's not good enough. Missed most of the late mail and this slacking. You are slacking, mate. Be different and have fun with Romero. Hope it pays off for what it is. Yeah, exactly. It's a 1-week punt. 1-week punt. And look, if it fails miserably, it fails miserably. I never roll transfers in a wild card. I deliberately bring in 1-week punts to have fun and hopefully it bangs. Do I sell Rodgers to Wilson? Do I sell Mukiele? Well, I've just benched Mukiele by selling Mateus Nunes. So I think the answer to that is I wouldn't be counting on Mukiele to start. He could start, but I wouldn't be counting on it. And the other move, Ryan to Wilson, seems like a bit of a no-brainer. Please don't check Spurs' position in the home table this season. You might hate the Romero move. I know they're rubbish at home, but they're due a game. They're due a game where they keep a clean sheet. And I just know Nottingham Forest aren't very good away from home. Actually, let's pull up the Nottingham Forest games. Well, let's have a look at old mate Anderson. Where is he? Not Binderson, the other one. So 0-0, 2-2. They did score against Man City twice, which was interesting. They lost and scored once against Brighton away. Lost to Liverpool at home, didn't score. Drew with Wolves, didn't score. Scored one against Leeds away. Scored one against Palace. They obviously beat Brentford, which was an absolute shock. They didn't score against Arsenal. Scored they scored twice against West Ham. Once against Villa. None against Everton. Once against City. I mean, they like City this year, don't they? They didn't score against Fulham. Didn't score against Everton twice. They didn't score against Everton twice. Wow, that's really disappointing. Didn't score against Brighton. I feel like they're either scoring and winning the game or they're blanking and Spurs are keeping a clean sheet. I don't think there's much in between. So I'm going to back in my 1-0 Christian Romero headed goal, 15-pointer for the D unit. Lock it in, baby. Lock it in. Thoughts on Juve? I really like Juve, but not this week. Romero scores and gets sent off, or one of the two. Totes a D unit pick. Mate, I'm not captaining him, but yeah, I feel like this is why I've sucked this year, right? I refused to buy DC players because I find that boring, and I didn't like the addition to the game, and it's been, I mean, the fact that other content creators froth about counting DC that sickens me, because it reminds me of like, would you go to a game of football? Would we watch the football if we knew the results were always going to be 0-0 and just a hack fest and no good football was played? I 100% would go and find a different sport to watch, because I can't stand 0-0s. And last week during the watch-alongs, that was the most painful weekend of watch-alongs I think I've ever done. They were so bad. Like, the football was horrendous. For like literally all the games, it was horrendous. It was crap. I nearly brought Xavier Simmons in for Salah for -4. Thought it would be a good differential. That would have been a good differential. I agree. 46k rank. Use bench boost and have 11 this week. When would you use wildcard next week, Gabriel? I'm using my wildcard next week, which is why this team looks like this. It's a good punt, Romero. Surely Forest are the worst defence in the league right now. Exactly. Forest actually been better away. They just haven't been good in general. Van de Ven or Van Heck? I'm going to say Van de Ven this week for me, Peter. Since I've literally just bought Romero. Buy Palmer or Xavi? Would Captain Palmer I buy him, otherwise JP captain? What? Buy Palmer or Xavi? Would Captain Palmer, if I buy him, otherwise it's JP captain? Yeah, I don't mind that. We struggled more at the City Ground. Fair. I feel like Spurs are the same. It's a bit weird. Prem's like watching Murat on Footyham. Where's Murat when you need him? He's getting roasted in the chat. Also, I mean, how hard is it for Murat to just record Alan's birthday so I don't look like an absolute mug? That would have been nice. Is Simmons okay? Would have thought so. Should the poll have a third option of hopefully? I mean, legit, hopefully. I like that, Andrew. I like that. Let's see what people are thinking for captain. Your captaincy pick. I feel like the other poll, I think, had Wilson winning. I could be wrong. I'd need to go back and actually have a look at that stream again. I still feel like, for whatever reason, I feel like a lot of people are bringing in Gordon to captain him. But I could be wrong. If it's someone else, just write it in the chat. Let us know. Yeah. I feel like, the thing is that Bruno Fernandes plays tonight. So if it goes absolutely pear-shaped, you're going to be regretting it all weekend. Like, that's what it comes down to for me. That's why I never ever captain in the first game of the game week, or like in the early kickoff, because I know that there's so many other games after it, and yes, it can go well, and I'm aware it can go really well, and maybe I'm going to be missing out on points or whatever. However, that's Mbumo's average. So Bruno Fernandes is owned by 45.7% of the game. I'd argue it's going to be less than, well, actually, that could be wrong. It could be about 30% of those owners. No, 30%. Oh my God, I'm getting this horribly wrong. All right. About, let's say, 75% of those owners captain him, which means you're still going to get a green arrow regardless and probably get points from him unless you're in the top 10K, and I think then maybe you're probably not getting any points if you haven't captained him. But at my rank, I'm probably still going to gain some sort of points. Now, Harry Wilson, on the other hand, he's up to 26% ownership. Again, even if he's captained by everyone around me, I'm probably still getting points out of him, which is why I feel like I can take a risk and hope that it comes in, which is also why I quite like the Cole Palmer shout, because if Cole Palmer bangs, I mean, he's up to 18.8% ownership. He's actually gone up in ownership today. He was like 16 earlier in the week, so maybe people got the same idea as me going with the Cole Palmer. Pedro Porro and DCL in for me, I think. Like it, Bateman. DCL unit captain, baby. Let's go. For me, it's Palmer captain. Captain Ballard. Oh, mate. No chances, Luke. Should I captain him or Wilson? It's got to be Wilson. Harry bloody Wilson all day long out of those two. The Pigeon. Sanchez captain. Oh, my days. Where's Wang when you need him? Wang can't even play this week because he's got a game off. Why people on Palmer captain? He's been so bad. Genuinely feeling Everton win 2-0. You could be right. I think this week, what the intelligent decision would be, just do what I was thinking at the beginning of the week, and that's just leave the captaincy on Harry bloody Wilson. Because every time I've had him captain at the beginning of the week, I've moved it off him, and he's gone nuclear. He's literally gone nuclear every time I've moved it off him. The last time was when I was toying up between Wilson and Tarkowski, and I was like, Tarkowski's a safe 8-pointer that week. Tarkowski conceded against Burnley, I think it was. No, yeah, it was Burnley, and blanked. Harry bloody Wilson got this. I remember the week. He got, well, it wasn't the 16. It was this Brighton week. This Brighton game, he was playing Brighton at home. I was like, he's going to bang in that game. And I had him captain all week. And I'm sure this is the game. Let's go back and check. Game week 23. Game week 23, where are we? I'm sure that is the week where Tarkowski played Burnley. Let's see if I'm right. No, he played Leeds. Sorry. I knew it was an easier team. He played Leeds and conceded and got 4 points. I remember it because I was like, it was Leeds at home. I was like, this is the sure banker. This is the reason why I bought Tarkowski. And then he just stunk it up. I remember that so vividly. I was so fuming because I had it on Harry bloody Wilson. That's when Harry bloody Wilson scored that last-minute free kick in like the 93rd minute, and Bart Simpson just let it go into the net because he's a legend and he knew that I was going to get 10 points out of it. But yeah, I remember that so vividly. It was one of them moments I'm like, oh, again, I've picked the wrong bloody captain. I should have just left it. I had Wilson all week, and then, I mean, it was a fluke that he scored when he did, but just never learned my lesson. The fact review backs Gordon is enough for me to ignore him. Love it. Major City have just gone Fernandes perma captaincy now. Yeah, fair. I could see it, to be honest. Palmer, because Chelsea much better away and Everton are worse at home. That's fair. Best Brighton asset for rest of the season, Van Heck of Bart Simpson. Nightmare promoting Gordon like 2008 CR7. In the Champions League, he's close to that. But, I mean, let's be fair, he's not. But he's better in the Champions League than he is in the Premier League. It's because the Champions League haven't figured out what he is. And the way that the Champions League clubs are not set up to defend the way that Newcastle have exploited Gordon in the Champions League. But in the Premier League, it doesn't work because everyone's so bloody cautious and they're all set up for set-piece FC that Gordon just can't get in behind. And I think that's going to be exactly what happens this weekend as well. Is Rodgers captain a terrible error or an okay punt? I think it's an okay punt, personally speaking. Probably Welbeck or Van Heck. Yeah. The problem with Welbeck is he just doesn't play consistently. That's the problem with him. Whereas Van Heck and Bart Simpson, they do. James Milner, I mean, if James Milner was 10 years younger, 100% it would be him all day long. Darius Wangan, best Brighton asset. Honestly, I can't. Mate, I've been talking so much crap on Discord about that. Like the old people that have been playing the game long before I've been playing it are getting pissed off that I've got a law that says you're going to get hurled abuse from the wang end. I mean, it's actually jokes. It's hilarious. I can't believe they allowed it, but I'm loving it. Take out one defender, Nunes or O'Reilly. It's got to be Nunes because you'd have no team value tied up in him. O'Reilly, you might have a little bit. Gordon scored 4 against Karabag, my 77-year-old dad could knock a price past. I think my mum could as well, you know. Good evening, folks. Morgan Gibbs White, captain for me. Very nice to see you in the chat, Hippie. Good luck. I mean, I did have him on the trap section earlier, but you never know. I could be wrong. And he might absolutely murder Romero and get Romero sent off with his trickery. Binderson, captain. I mean, yeah, if you're that way inclined, Luke, by all means. I bet you Luke's got Binderson in his team as well, hasn't he? I'm going to have a look. Does he have that fraud in his team? If he does, he's getting removed as admin. Because that is criminal. Let me have a look. What's he got here? All right. Let's go down here. What has he got in his team? What is Luke's team? There we go. Kukureya's hair. Thank the Lord. He's staying as admin. There's no Binderson in his team. Thank the Lord. All right, Minte now he's back in the starting lineup. Yeah, he could be really good. If James Younger was still be I mean, he was pretty good at 30 from my memory. Like, hold on. Was he at Man City 10 years ago? Or was he at Liverpool? I mean, he was winning titles. I feel like he was at Man City 10 years ago. Because he went from Man City to Liverpool, didn't he? Oh my God, someone correct me if I've got it wrong in the chat. I'm sure that he started it. Oh, did he? He started it. Hold on, James Milner's been at. Hold on, I've got to check this out. James Milner's been at Newcastle, Leeds, Man City, Liverpool, Brighton. Have I missed anyone? That's his 5 clubs, right? He's played for 5 clubs. Is that right? James Milner, I'm going to look it up. I feel like that's right. James Milner, career. Let's see. I reckon he played for Man City 10 years ago. Oh, I nailed it. Oh, no, I missed one. Aston Villa. He played for Aston Villa. All right, where's his career? Where's... Okay, so here we go. 2002 to 2004, played for Leeds. He went to Swindon Town on loan in 2003. In 2004, he moved to Newcastle United and played 4 years there from 2004 to 2008. In 2005 to 2006, he went on loan to Aston Villa, played 27 appearances, and then at the end of the Newcastle, that must have been the last year at Newcastle, I'm guessing. Then he moved to Aston Villa in 2008 and played for Aston Villa for 2 years in 2010. Then he was signed by Manchester City. My memory serves me well. No, it doesn't, because I'm wrong. 10 years ago was 2016, you idiot. I missed out by a year. Having said that, though, at the beginning of the season, it would have been 2025, and he played at Manchester City from 2010 to 2015. So technically, I'm wrong as of right now, but I was right at the beginning of the season. And then he moved to Liverpool. I can't believe he played 8 years at Liverpool, 2015, and stayed there until 2023, where he joined Brighton and Hove Albion on a free transfer in 2023. I can't believe. I mean, I missed the Aston Villa one. I don't recall him playing for them, but he did, because there it was, 2 years. Do I think Simmons starts? I mean, he should. He should. Vicario out, Spurs will have Kinski in goal. Yes, 2015, 2023, played for Villa. Mad. He's been around. I mean, they're all still in the Premier League, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a bit like... I was going to say it's a bit like LeBron, but LeBron's only actually played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and the LA Lakers. I don't think he's played for anyone else. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's only played for those 3. But like, there's other players in the NBA that literally have gone around half the league. It's hilarious. And you're like, what the hell? Not good enough to cut it at one team for too long, but like good enough to go around. But like in Milner's case, he's just been really good. He's just been so fit. Like, it's hard to believe he's still playing and like still got it at the Premier League level, because of, you know, he just looks, he still looks like he can play another couple of years. Yeah, I know, 8 years at Liverpool and he's about 30s. I know, and that's why he went there, because like he was like, oh, I'll go there. You know, Liverpool wanted some experience, whatever. He turned out to like be what a signing. Bowen or João Pedro long term. This is a tough one. I prefer Jared Bowen's fixtures the next 4 game weeks, but then, I mean, in fairness, João Pedro's fixtures for the rest of the season are pretty arse. If it wasn't for the fact that potentially they could be doubling in 33, 34, I would have almost no interest in João Pedro. Like, game weeks 36, 37, 38 don't look overly good for João Pedro. Whereas Jared Bowen, on the other hand, I mean, you've got to factor in, like, Chelsea, I mean, they are going to be fighting for the... Why am I typing in West Ham, you idiot? That sort of player. Whereas Jared Bowen, he's playing in a team that needs to win to fight relegation off. And look, this is just lazy from FPL. Newcastle away is not it's not a 4 on the fixture difficulty rating. Brentford's definitely not a 4. I mean, that tells a very sorry tale about who's doing this. And Aston Villa away is definitely not a 4. I mean, like, that's probably a 3, that's probably a 3, that's probably a 5 though. But Wolves at home, he should bang. Palace away should go pretty well. Everton at home, pretty well. Leeds at home, 38, pretty well. And I would argue that he's going to go pretty good. I mean, Arsenal could be well distracted by the Champions League around game week 36. He could just be a very good pick to the end of the season, I reckon. I'm gonna bring him back, man. I'm gonna bring my boy back. Can't wait to bring my boy back. He's so good. Start Sanchez or Kelleher? I think I'd start Sanchez. More clubs than Greg Norman. Love it. Dubravka or Roofs to start? I would be starting, well, Roofs, because I think that he's a better goalkeeper and plays in a better team. But in reality, you're probably going to get an auto sub in. I reckon Roofs probably not starting. What do you think about Harvey Barnes as a nice differential for the upcoming weeks of Newcastle and having the league to concentrate on now? I don't mind that one, Jack. I think it could be pretty good. Milner's grandkids will be playing in the Prem before he retires. Quite possible. Won't hold it against him. He played for the Copites. Fair. Allison out for tomorrow's game. Becker out as well, eh? Far out. We all make mistakes. How many Ronaldo's played for? Ronaldo played for Sporting Lisbon, moved to Manchester United in 2003, I think. Off the top of my head. Someone check if I've got that one right. Played there for 6 years, then moved to Real Madrid. Played there for, I think, 8. Then he moved to Juventus for 3 seasons. Then he moved back to Man United for an ill-fated spell for 2 seasons, then moved to Saudi Arabia and is now at Al Hilal, I'm going to say. I think I've nailed that one. I think I've nailed Ronaldo's career perfectly. I'm assuming you're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, because if you're talking about the other one, I've got no bloody idea. I know he played for Inter Milan. I think he played for AC Milan at one point as well. He played for Real Madrid. He played for Barcelona, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Not sure what else he did. But yeah, there you go. What's happening to you? Not coming in a while. Your channel is growing well, man. Can't decide between... good to see you, D, today. Can't decide between Palmer, Bruno, and Wilson for captain. Got on Palmer. I don't mind the Palmer captaincy. I think if enough of you lot do it, I think I'm going to do it. If I see enough of someone else's, I might just be tempted to do it, you know. My captain's Romero. Wish us luck. I'm wishing you luck because I bought him in. D in it. Confirm Wilson captain. Just to make sure, ask the card, Palmer or Wilson captain for me. All right. Palmer versus Wilson. Oh, wow. It's gone Palmer captain. There we go. I mean, I did this last week, right, for my own team. I went Bruno Fernandes versus Thiago. And the card picked Thiago, and I went with Thiago. And it burnt me by 4 points. But the card reckons Palmer. And I have been, ever since I realised that game was not the early kickoff, I've been more hot on it. And there is a strong world where I might move to Palmer captain, I think. I prefer Bowen, but yeah, the double game week for Pedro is very enticing. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? Is Xavi Simmons a mad shout from a mild card 32? No, I think he's a good shout this week. What transfers did you do? Romero in, Mateus Nunes out. Top 3 defenders this week. I want to bring one in. Top 3, honestly. It's probably Virgil van Dijk, and then pick your poison, really. I don't think any of them are any good. Well, I'm not going to lie. I don't really rate any of the defenders this week. I've just picked Romero on a fool's end, hoping that he gets a 15-pointer. Do I have any faith in that? No, but I just thought that let's have a fun one-week punt and bring in a defender no one's going to bloody well own. Al Nasir. Yes, I got it wrong. Al Nasir, that's right. Al Hilal's the one that he was whining about because that's where Benzema went. What is bloody Romero doing in your team, D? Come on. Jack, just throwing a Hail Mary at that one. Hoping for the best. I mean, Nottingham Forest at home actually feels like a good fixture for me, but we'll wait and see. Cole Palmer, yes. Do you think Simmons will start? I would say so, yes. I mean, he scored twice in the Champions League. Why would he not start? They need to win football games. They can't be going through the rest of the season getting losses. R9 started in Europe at PSV before moving to Barca. Yes, I missed that one. PSV, that's right. Ride or die. Palmer captain, let's go. Card. Yeah, the card loved it. Bindison top 3. Yeah, I don't think he's a top 3. I don't reckon he'll be in the top 3 by the end of the week. Star Bart or Dubravka, Bart Simpson. Captaincy is so open this week it is. Ekatike captain for me. He scored 2 off the reverse fixture. That's fair. Buy Sabozlai, Gordon or Van der Ven. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably buying Sabozlai out of those 3. Flip the card 4 times, the captain between Palmer and Wilson. And whichever lands more, you captain. And if it's 2-2, you triple captain Anderson. Already have Jow. Do I get Hall as well or Vandenberg from Brentford? I'd go Hall. I have Virgil, so top 3 on the next best defender this week. I'm going to say Romero because I just bought him. Yeah. Many of the other FPL YouTubers would do well to take note of humorous approach to this game. Yeah, I know. They take it all a bit too seriously. I wish they took it. I wish they showed a bit more of a human side. A lot of them. I love your content, mate. It's rainy season here in Zimbabwe, but in Game Week 36 it'll be sunny and hot. And got to do a reaction vid in the pool just for you. I'll tag it. Oh, I love it. Yes, please do. Please tag me. Thinking of Sancho as a differential. He was superb last night, man of the match. By the way, we're going to have a reaction video potentially on Sunday in the pool. It's bloody hot here. I mean, it's gone. It was cold at the beginning of the week. And now it's 36 degrees. It was 36 degrees today, 36 tomorrow. And I think Sunday is meant to be... Hold on. Sunday is also going to be 37. Wow. So yes, there'll be pool weather. Get the camera out there. Like the sound quality might not be quite as good because I'm not going to take my microphone out in the pool, but I'll take the camera and I'll just yell. The neighbours will love that. When is City most likely to get their only double? Probably game week 33, but I'm really guessing at this point, Jack. Thinking of Sancho as a differential, superb last night. Yeah, I don't mind it. Don't mind that at all. Is Anthony Robinson too risky as a pick? The problem with Anthony Robinson is Sessegnon exists, and one of them is going to start and the other one's going to be on the bench. For what it's worth, I think Robinson starts, but I wouldn't be 100% certain to say yes, no, whatever. Hit the like. Yes, please hit the like button, sub and buy. Also, check out Footium. Really, it's free to play. It helps the channel out as well. And there's a link in the stream description. Just checking that there is. Yeah, there is. Got to show you how to play the game at the end of the stream as well when we get to the deadline number in about an hour's time. Cold equals 25 degrees, right, man? Cold, yeah. It was 19 degrees for a couple of days there. It was almost winter weather. It was very bizarre. I mean, normally we don't get this kind of coolish weather in March. Normally it's like 37, 30 degrees for most of March. But this summer actually has been very cold. Because I think when I got the hair done, there was a week when I got back to Cal and we had 5 days in a row over 40 degrees. That normally happens multiple times a summer. It's happened once this year. Once this summer, which is insane. So I'm very happy about that because 40 odd degrees, I'll be sweating in this chair, but everything else under is not too bad. All season pool reaction video. It's coming. It's coming. I promise it's coming. FPL Don't Panic did a video from a cafe today. Background noise added to it. Yeah, that's it. I was like, the pool noise should actually hopefully add to it, like with a little bit of luck, provided that the blokes over the... So it's really annoying. We've had new neighbours over this side. They were new renters, sorry. The people renting over there, they've changed. They seem okay. Next door, that house has been sold. So there's a bunch of work going on in the house at the moment, and they don't have much appreciation for people that watch football, do content at stupid o'clock in the morning, and then are trying to have a little bit of a sleep in. So I've had to deal with like Saturday, Sunday mornings with this racket next door, but then by the afternoons they're done. And I'm like, why can't you do it in the afternoon when everyone's awake? Instead, you're doing it when people are trying to sleep still. Frustrating. Cold is less than 10 degrees. Yeah, we get that occasionally, not very often. No more nightmare-inspired reactions out on a walk. I am going to do that probably after the international break. I need to invest in like a stick. I've actually got a stick. I just need to find the damn thing. Because I realized that when I was holding my arm like this, it's really weird, right? I go to the gym, right, and I can do like triceps, bicep curls, etc., etc. Actually holding a phone like this for a sustained period of time is actually bloody hard work, to the point where like my arm was literally sore from holding the damn thing. So I would need to get a stick and make it a little bit easier for myself. Romero's a sexy pick. You don't like? I just don't like the fact I can't buy a player that's literally just conceded 7 goals midweek. I just can't do it. Fair play to anyone that does. You're braver than I am, but I just think that I just can't get on board with it. Also, like FPL Don't Panic, what do you think of it? I think he's all right. I've actually watched him. He has a really good sound understanding. He's actually shared with me his spreadsheet that he puts together his own spreadsheet with what do you call it, with his own kind of like FDR. He does it slightly differently the way I do it, But I love the way he's done it. He's even like got in there, like planned transfers, etc., etc. Like he thinks about the game really well, and I really like the way that he thinks about it. And he's quite hidden because of the fact that, you know, and I feel like it's the same with Trig, right? You don't just, I mean, sometimes people get overlooked because, like, you know, they're not, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the graphics aren't like all that or whatever. They're just like using the screen or whatever it is, whatever. But they're missing the point that the actual content they're producing is brilliant. Like the actual understanding, the talking about it, the time and effort that's gone into that conversation is first class. It's probably better than listening to someone that's literally just reading out what's on FPL review and trying to make it sound like they've actually watched the game when they actually haven't. That's what I would say. Would you captain Gordon over Bruno? No, I would definitely not do that. I'm second in my mini league, but I feel like Gordon will be fired up more, and I don't like captaining first game of the game week. Other choice is Palmer. I'd prefer Palmer over Gordon all day long. The housework people should finger the FPL YouTubers when they're making noise. Exactly, Bateman, exactly. It's 91 Fahrenheit today, like it has been all week. Sorry, Lee. Fair. Newcastle always crap after a midweek as well. That's also fair. Van de Ven for Nunes, your thoughts? Don't mind it. I mean, I was contemplating Van de Ven, Romero, I was going to say Christian Porro, no, Pedro Porro, and I've just decided to go with Romero because he's a captain, and I feel like, you know what, he probably needs a captain's to performance to get a clean sheet, so he's also pretty good for goal threat, bit like Van de Ven, and yeah, hopefully on. You're on for 2 hours, yes, we're here right till another 54 minutes time, then we'll be back for the Man United watch along, where hopefully I go to bed happy rather than annoyed. Otherwise, I am going to kill some abuse over the fence, and maybe they'll be watching out for the wang end. Chow looked diabolical against Barcelona, kept slipping like a ballerina on ice. Spot on about panicking Trig. Mate, your graphics are tragic, like a steam trip. Riddle with spelling errors, but we love it. Mate, I haven't got the time to sit there and proofread. I was like, if I had that, I would just never sleep, and I need sleep. Dina coming down hard on the Gary. Always hard on the Gary. Is Ryan Diverts worth it? Part of me wants to say yes, but part of me also wants to say no. Let's ask the card. Is Ryan to Wirtz a good transfer, yes or no? The card reckons it's not a good move. Hi, Darius. I have Hill playing Man United. Got Bruno and Bumo. Do I still play him? Have Mukiele? Yes, 100%. You're still playing him. I don't think Mukiele's going to play. That's why I've made a transfer. What score you reckon tonight? Think United going to struggle to have a draw? I think it's 1-1, Danny. I'm going with 1-1. Bench one, Canado, O'Brien or Romero? O'Brien. You're wildcarding next week, mate. I'm wildcarding tonight. That's what I'm doing tonight. I can tell you. I'll press the button tonight. Live. I'll happily do that. I'll even make a transfer to make sure it's got confirming, I've definitely done it. Go on, Man United. I'm going on holiday to Florida for 10 days. Oh, mate, that's very nice, Eddie. God, happy days. Hope it's a great little breakaway. Still boycotting the United watch along, almost 100% working so far. It is almost, Simon. I will grant you that. Is Wilson essential this game week? I think he is. Yes. Just spent half an hour looking at defender options. Probably no clean sheet, so agree, Romero. Exactly. I was like going, I looked at the options. I was like going, I don't think, I look at my own score predictions, right? The only ones I think that are going to keep a clean sheet, I've already got double Liverpool defence. I think they might, potentially, if I'm lucky. Chelsea, if I'm lucky, they keep a clean sheet and Sanchez gets me summoned. Outside of that, I think Spurs are the next best bet. I think Burnley score against Fulham. I know people say that Fulham defenders or whatever, but this is what Burnley do. Burnley is so good at scoring goals. Wait, actually, I'm going to pull up. Let's bring in. Let's have a look. I'm pretty confident that Burnley quite often concede score goals. So they didn't score against Bournemouth. Well, they didn't score against Everton either. That's disappointing. That's 2 games in a row they didn't score. But then they scored 3 times against Brentford, once against Chelsea, twice against Palace. They didn't score against West Ham because they didn't score against West Ham or Sunderland. They scored twice against Spurs, once against Liverpool, twice against United, didn't against Brighton, once against Newcastle. I mean, they struggle. Bournemouth, they scored against. Fulham, they scored twice against the last time. Once against Newcastle. I mean, they scored enough goals to make me think they're going to score. They've actually scored quite a few goals. So, yeah. I know that everyone's going to buy a Fulham defender, right, because it's Burnley. I'm just backing against it. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a good week to back against it. So I'm hoping it goes well. Good luck, Marcelo. Good luck to you as well, buddy. Pubcast this weekend. Yeah, that's on tomorrow night. Well, actually, I can tell you the time now what it's going to be on. It's going to start at... It's going to... what time are we going? 8:45 p.m. or 9 p.m. UK time, whatever that is. Halfway through the... What game is on last? Leeds versus Brentford. Halfway through the Leeds versus Brentford game, that's what we're going to be doing. Yep, that's when it's going live. Morgan Gibbs, White or Anderson? I'd probably go Anderson, to be honest with you. Yeah, I reckon I'd go Anderson. Just for the safeness. Hi, everyone. Long time no chat. Hope you're all... Kirshen, how are you, buddy? Good to see you in the chat, bud. What's going to be your big differential on wildcard for the rest of the season? I will be going... I don't know what I'm going to do yet, man. I've thought a little bit about it. It's going to be mad. I have to cook up something. I'm chasing a lot of points. And look, if it goes pear-shaped and goes like nightmares, I don't really give a toss, to be honest with you. But if it can go nuclear, if I can somehow just boost myself on a rocket past Gary, it'll be worth it. So that's what I'm probably going to do. T-Unit Rocks, thank you very much. If you could choose a Chelsea defender, who would you go for? Gusto or Cucurella? Should I only make one transfer but only have 10 players that need to take a hit to take Salah out? I'd probably take the hit and get 11. Defensive transfers at this point are just a waste of time. I would agree with that, Matt, generally speaking, but I'd want to make sure I've actually got a player plan. These bottom teams not to be sniffed at. They're popping up with some good results lately. Exactly. Just affected the focal stream for a minute, and he reckons that Jow and Anderson are the best defenders this game week. What did I tell you? You got to love it. That's exactly what FPL Review's spitting out, because I know that because Trig was talking about it in our WhatsApp chat earlier, and I was like, they're just such boring picks. Yeah. What can I say? I mean, Malik Jow's more exciting because he actually scores goals. Anderson is not an exciting pick. He does nothing. I mean, he's fluked an assist for the first time in, 3 years? He hasn't scored a goal in probably about 150 games. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's been a very long time. Who's United left back tonight? I would imagine it's Luke Shaw. What's your thoughts on Watkins? I wouldn't go there. I don't think Watkins is a good move now. I think he's... I don't know. I think he's... I think he's seen better days, is my gut read on that. And I wouldn't be going there myself. But yeah. I don't know. It's weird with Watkins. Like, I thought at the start of the season he'd probably go close to beating Haaland again. He's been so underwhelming this year. It's been mad, the drop-off. I reckon Luke Shaw lets himself go. This might be... Yeah, I think you could be right, Simon. I reckon he probably does it. I reckon he's cooked. The funny thing is, I listened to the funniest thing the other day, right? So I don't even know how it comes on because I never listened to this. I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast, right? And Gary Neville, bless him, he is a Red, so we've got to kind of not completely bag-mouth him here. But he talked about the fact that Luke Shaw's the best left back in the Premier League and should definitely go for England. I was like, what planet are you on, Gary? Like, what planet are you on? Like, Nico O'Reilly, significantly better left back. Lewis Hall, significantly better left back. There's someone else I'm thinking of as well that I've completely forgotten here that it's going to come to me. Like, in what world does he think that Luke Shaw should get a gig for England? In what world? He must be watching different games to me. I think Luke Shaw's crap. He can't run. He can't get up and down the pitch. He's only good. Luke Shaw is only good if you're playing a back three. And he's the left-sided centre-back. He actually worked really well in Amarin's system. But he's useless as a fullback now. He's completely cooked. Completely cooked as an asset. Yeah, and I reckon he 100% gets injured pretty soon. Hi, Darius. Can my Republic of Ireland beat Czech Republic in the playoffs? Troy Parrott again on next year. I think they can. I think that's going to be a very even game. Very even playoff. I reckon it should be pretty good value as well. I took my Parrott after 5 goals in 2 game here. Be a bit of bigger club. Nice. Rogers has been dreadful. I've had him for 10 game weeks now and only 2 returns. He's definitely gone off the boil. I mean, it's weird, right? So at the beginning of the season, it looked like, Phil Foden was back in form. He had that purple patch. He's not been seen in a Man City team for what feels like forever. And I thought he was a shoo-in to go to the World Cup, along with Morgan Rogers. Arguably, based on what we've seen the last whatever it is, you'd have to say they've got no chance of going. Yeah. I mean, Foden's just dropped off a cliff again. It's bizarre, but it's just what it is. Livramento, yeah, he's quality as well, isn't he? Luke Shaw should move to Spuds. He can actually score a goal for the team he plays for. Not bitter about that shambles. Oh, mate. Oh, that was bad. I went to the casino last year with my mate Abdullah. He used to play for the Norwich City Academy, and he was in Perth, and me and him went to the game. And I tell you what, I've never seen a Man United team roll up to a final like that and put up the performance that was put in that game. I mean, it was diabolical. Spurs didn't even show up to attack. They were playing for penalties from the moment get-go. And Luke Shaw and old mate bloody the clown in goal Anana combined for just... I mean, they were Spurs' MVP. I know that Brennan Johnson technically got the goal, but it's because of the fact that Luke Shaw is crap and Anana is probably the worst goalkeeper in the world. And yet somehow he squandered 54 million pounds or whatever it was on buying him, and we let De Gea go for a free, who actually knew how to, generally speaking, keep the ball out of the back of the net. It's like 1 return every 5 games. Yeah, that's fair. Salah for Gibbs White or Hudson-Odoi or a D unit pick? I'd go somewhere else. I'd go away from Forest. I mean, Forest have got less time to prepare. I think Spurs do them. I really think Spurs do them. I wouldn't be going anywhere near a Forest player. Phone is more a psychological issue. Yeah, I know, it is a bit weird, 100%. I think Eze will be a good pick after Game Week 31. He usually heats up at the end of the season. Yes, I agree. And also, I think Arsenal just look a lot better when Eze is playing. The problem is if Arsenal win the league too early, then they're probably going to rotate in the league, and that's the issue I've got with them. Kieran Lewis-Potter, better left back than Shaw, and also Miles, yes. The problem is with Lewis Skelly, he doesn't get enough games, so he's never going to get picked. Sheshko has 8 goals from 4 starts in the last 11 games. Fact, check that stat. I know it's mad. He's actually so good off the bench as well. Have a point. I actually think that Sheshko, at the moment, at his development, the age he's at, what he's delivering as a player, he's actually better to start on the bench. Because if he starts on the field, I feel like he's just, I don't know. I feel like he comes on at the perfect time in games. Opposition defenders are like, they're a bit stretched, they're a bit under fatigue. Sheshko comes on and just looks like $1 million and he keeps scoring goals when he's off the bench. Porro and Wilson or Roden and Palmer? I think it's got to be Porro and Wilson. Can I ask what you think about Mukiele? Is he going to start? If I thought Mukiele was going to start, I wouldn't have made a transfer and I'd be playing Mukiele. So I'm thinking he's going to be benched if he even makes the squad. So you got to remember it's a calf, and I'm about to start running back again next week. I did my calf slightly on the outside of it. Calves have funny issues. They're hard to get over. They're not easy because we're always walking on them, right? It takes a while for them to heal. Who to get for Sutherland? I currently have Wilson, Bruno F and Sade. I'd get Cole Palmer, mate. Oh, have you already asked that? Oh, yes. No, you didn't. I'd get Cole Palmer. You've got the money for it. Yeah, I wouldn't even think about that. I'd just get Cole Palmer. I feel like Palmer's going to bang as well against Everton. I don't know why. I just think he will. Let's see how this captaincy poll's going at the moment. Where are we at? Bruno Fernandes, 45%. Wilson, 36%. Gordon, 3%. And someone else, 15%. Well, Gordon's definitely not a factor. And he's a non-factor. I don't know why people are buying him in such massive droves. Like, Sunderland is not a good fixture for Gordon, I don't think. Unless he gets a penalty. If he gets a penalty, I mean, that's just pure luck if he gets a penalty, let's be fair. I saw something about United and talk to sign Bruno G for 69 million. Not sure if that's legit. There is a lot of paper talk going around. Man United interested in Tonali. They're interested in Bruno G. I mean, they need midfielders. They're losing Casemiro, and we've got Kobbie Mainoo. And we're not going to be playing Ugarte. Ugarte's going to be going to Turkey or wherever the hell we can offload him because he is horrendously bad. I mean, it's so weird. Like, I still don't know why we ever bought Ugarte. Like, why did we buy him? PSG didn't want him. They wanted João Neves. Oh, it was João Neves they bought him, wasn't it? Yeah. Instead. And we literally paid them the money to go and buy João Neves, and we got a player that is just not capable of playing in the Premier League. He can't make a 10-metre pass. It's horrendously bad. Horrendous. I think you should stick Sade in there. What hasn't Burmo done the last 10 game weeks? Probably just as much as Sade, to be honest. So on Burmo, the last 10 has gone 3, 5, 11, 17, 25, 27, 37, 37, 37, 46, 46. He's gone 46 points in his last 10 weeks, and I dare say Sade's nowhere near him. 5, 12, 13, 11, 13, 14, 20, 26. He's gone 26, and he's played more games than Mbeumo. Mbeumo's smoking Sade. I think that I can't be benching Mbeumo for Sade based off that. Like, Mbeumo actually has been getting points. It's just, it feels like he's been frustrating the last few weeks, and he has been frustrating the last few weeks. But Sade's done nothing either. Like 2, 3. I mean, I know he scored against Burnley, but that was Burnley. He had no XG against Wolves at all. Nothing. In 67 minutes against Wolves, nothing. Against Bournemouth, who like conceding chances, almost nothing in that game as well. I don't think I actually regret that transfer, to be honest. I feel like that was the one where I got rid of I can't remember what who I got Sade in for. It wasn't Semenyo. It was for Wirtz. I got Wirtz out for Sade. I just picked a dud, really. I think I picked a dud. If Bruno gets 20 assists, he's on 16. He should win the Premier League Player of the Season anyway. There's been no one near his level this year. Who should I take out a hit for Salah? Szoboszlai, Dango, or else? Honestly, I don't mind the Szoboszlai shout this week. I know I've been very critical of him, and he is dirty Dom, and he will always forever be dirty 2-point Dom. But he could be good. Rumours Allison's injured. Yeah, I don't think that makes too much of a difference to Liverpool. But it probably does, because he's probably a better keeper than Marshmallow. So it's going to have some sort of an impact, but I wouldn't say it's going to be a huge impact. Yeah, I think he could be overrated as well. I'm not going to lie. As I said, I think that's why I'm benching him. We sold McTominay to get Ugarte. But honestly, yeah, the fact that we sold McTominay to get Manuel Ugarte, it's one of them things where you just got to sit there and go, what were we thinking? Like, literally, what were Man United thinking when they did that move? It was, yeah, stupid, really, when you think about it. I am very tempted by this Palmer shout. I'd like, why am I thinking that it's a good move to just captain him? Scored against Villa. That wasn't a penalty. The penalty was against Leeds. Penalties against Wolves. 2 penalties against Wolves, sorry. That wasn't all 3. Brentford goal. I can't remember if that was a penalty or not. Now, his numbers have actually been pretty good, like in terms of expected goals and stuff, but he's just felt, I mean, he scored here, game week 4, came back from injury, scored. Then he was done with the groin. He was out for the groin for like what feels like forever. Then he came back and then scored. It's really, it's more just based on what he's done previously rather than anything else. Rather than any like fact of whatever. João Pedro Okatiko, pick one for this week. I'd probably go João Pedro. I think Everton are an easier team to play against defensively at the moment than what Brighton are. Brighton are in like the top 6 for defensive data for like what feels like forever. When I was like going through the numbers, putting together the FDRs and stuff, I look at that just based off what's on the FPL website. It takes a pain in the... It's a long time. It takes a while to do, but yeah. My gut read is that Brighton's defence is better. So for that reason, I go João Pedro. If Palmer doesn't get a penalty, you're going to be disappointed. Stick on Wilson. Yeah, as I said, I think this week I'm just going to sit there and just leave it. If Palmer bangs, he bangs, and I'm going to be happy with it anyway. Like he's pretty low owned. What is he? He's 18.9% now. Wow, he's still going up. People are still buying him. Bruno's up to 45.9 and Boomo hasn't really dropped, which is interesting. Pedro, I mean, all these guys are so highly owned. João Pedro, 52.3% ownership is insane. Can't decide on my defender transfer. Down to Cash, Porro, Frimpong, Bruce and Vidic. Tough one. Vidic all day long, baby. Vidic all day long. He comes from Serbia. Oh, I used to love singing that at the football. You used to love singing that. One of my favourite chants when I go around. It was such, it's like just a... Gordon over 10% now. I said to Gary, he's absolute cheat. I'm not allowing it. I'm going to tell Gary he's disqualified. Gary's disqualified. Whatever points Gordon gets, he gets minus from his total this week for being a cheat. New rules. Being a cheat. We wildcard in game week 32 and bench boost 33. I'm not sold on the bench boost 33, but I'm definitely wildcarding in 32. My plan is, depending on how the fixtures lie, I'm either going to bench boost. I'm just going to bench boost when I think it's best for the team, but I want to make sure I play a triple captain on a double game week player. So that is the precedent for me. That's where I'm looking to do it. I think the squad I'm going to build, I don't think it's going to matter which week I play the bench boost on, as long as they've got decent fixtures. So I'm 100% prioritising the triple captain and hopefully, for once, getting more than bloody 2 points from the damn chip. Tarkowski to Frimpong or Semenyo to Wilson? Semenyo to Wilson all day long. Do you think Cash starts? I would have thought so, but no guarantee. Do you think Gordon is a good pick this week? I never get that guy. No, I don't think he is. I think Sunderland I don't think Sunderland is a good fixture for him. I've said that all night. I don't think Sunderland is a good fixture for him at all. Anderson, Bassi or Jow for 1 week punts if you can only buy one. Bassi. The cheat Gary. The cheat you. Who are your locks on wildcard? Bruno? I don't even care if Man United aren't doubling. I still think he's the best player in the game, so he'll 100% be there. I'm probably going to have Cole Palmer. Probably going to bring in Bukayo Saka. I'm going to use my team value. I'm going to buy all these expensive players and hope that they do something. If they don't, I'm just going to say I'd never learnt this season how to play the game and ride and die to the end. I think those are the players, and then I'm literally just going to pick a bunch of cheap DC defenders that potentially double. I've got no interest in anything else. Clean sheets just seem like a lottery this year. I think that I'm going to be exceptionally boring on wildcard with the defenders. I'm going to pick low-owned defenders that I think can get 10-pointers. Like, get the clean sheet, get DC, and get a bonus. That's going to be my play. Who they are, God knows. I'm going to have to do some research on that. I also think I'm going Harvey Barnes. Want to stunt on those Gordon owners. Honestly, Harvey Barnes has got the capacity to go big in that game. I don't mind that one at all. Just sold João Pedro for Seshko. So I actually quite like the Sheshko punt, honestly. Hey, every time I see him come, like, the thing is, I think I prefer him on the bench. To me, he looks better off the bench at the moment. At the age he's at, adapting to the new league, and he doesn't seem to care that he starts on the bench because he's scoring every bloody time he comes off the bench. So why would he care? And I feel like he doesn't have that ego like some of the other players, you know, to get pissed off the start on the bench all the time, but yet they're scoring goals and be asking the question. I think that Šeško has shown he's not bothered by that. So I think that speaks a lot for his character. And moving forward, I think he's going to be great. I think of all the strikers that got signed in the summer, in 3 years' time, we're going to sit here and say Man United bought the best striker that summer. I think he's going to be better than a lot of them. I think he's going to be better than João Pedro. I think he's going to be better than Ekitike. I think he's definitely going to be better than Gyökeres. Man City didn't sign a striker. Yeah, I think arguably he will be the best. In about 3 years' time, we'll look back and go, Man United actually nailed that signing. Is TC better on a double game week compared to bench boost? It depends. It really depends on the fixtures. When you're looking at the fixtures this season, Arsenal are going to play Newcastle and... Hold on. Why can't I see Arsenal? Oh, they're down the bottom. They're going to play Newcastle and Man City. Like, do you really want double Arsenal defence against Newcastle and Man City? I don't think I do. What other fixtures? Chelsea could technically double against Man United and Brighton. Again, those aren't easy fixtures. Liverpool... They could double against... Where are they? They could double against Everton and Crystal Palace. That's actually a good double. If Liverpool beat Man City, that's actually a pretty good double. Man City, they obviously have the game against Crystal Palace to play in somewhere. Then they've obviously got Arsenal. They've got Arsenal and potentially they could have Burnley or Palace. The fixtures just aren't very nice in general for like a really good double game week bench boost, if that makes sense. I think it's better off. I don't know. I just think the bench boost is... I don't think much of any of the chips this season. Outside of wildcard, I don't rate any of the chips. I thought last year was the first time FPL did something cool. They bought in a chip that actually required... Well, every chip requires a bit of luck, let's be fair. But it brought in a chip that made you so invested in what that game was that you were invested in. And I just thought it added so much more fun to the game. Last season, one of my favourite moments of the season was when Tarkowski scored that goal in injury time against Liverpool. Like, that was up there for peak FPL moments. It was like when the David Moyes believers got the points for being brave. And that's why I loved it. It was such a good chip. And all those people that went for slot just got screwed over. Then the ones that went from slot to Arteta got really screwed over, whereas the ones that went from Emery to Glasner were literally riding off into the distance going, ha ha. Just sold João Pedro for Šeško. Yep, I saw that one. Your 124.7 million team value is impressive. It is, isn't it, Payman? Play Dangu, leads away, or Tavernier, Man United at home? This is a difficult question. Also, would you sell Keane for a -4 as I have no Fulham defence? No, I would not sell Keane for a -4. I would play him and hope he does something. In reality, he could easily score a goal. Is the week coming out today? Hopefully bloody well not, because that means Joshua Zirkzee come on the field. I would going back to Jack again, I would probably play Tavernier over Dango. I think Man United concede tonight, and Tavernier is well and truly due some sort of a return, I'd say. I got a Captain Gordon for the third straight week. I guess this is time going to be 2 goals, 1 assist. Maybe, if you get lucky. Romero is in and Richarlison, Captain Spurs, going to smash it this week. I bloody well hope so. Bloody well hope so, Danny. Unit rank these poisons. Great Northern, 4 times. Coopers, VB. Oh, Jesus. Do you want the worst to the best or the best to the worst? If it's the best to the worst, Great Northern, Coopers, 4X, Carlton, VB. VB is by far the most vile beer I've ever tasted in my life. What we do over here when we're feeling stupid is we actually, we dare each other to try and scull a can of VB, and I tell you what, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. No, I've never seen anyone actually finish it until my mate Dylan, and he nailed one. I was like, what the hell? How did you do that? FPL Kirsty, Rice to Gordon or Palmer? I would go Palmer, just go the differential route. And I think, I know Palmer's higher owned, but I feel like that's people that have just set and forget teams. I feel like he's actually quite low owned, and I think that he's got the high potential this week. I like the AM chip too. I was surprised with it. I know. It was like Mark Suffens came in and said, no, don't like it. Scout are paying me to get rid of this, and I'm getting rid of it. He's on his AM chip round again, I see. You better believe it, Gary. Gordon go to score 2 goals and 1 assist. My captain, yeah. Okay, I hope he does for you. The Gary's in the house. Let's hope he doesn't scroll through the chat. Carlsberg is the worst beer. Oh, yeah, Carlsberg's not flash either. I've tasted it. I mean, so ironically, so we've had a lot of parties here, like because we've got the pool out the back and stuff like that. And people come over with drinks and like leave them in the fridge. And like, you know, some of them I'm like, oh, do you want these back? Because I don't want them. I don't want to drink your leftover drinks because they're horrible. Especially when they're like crap beers that I don't like. Like if it's good drinks, I'm like, yeah, sweet. But if it's rubbish, no good. Xavi's my captain for this game week. Love it, Goldfinger. Oh no, looks like Andy might jump on your Palmer bandwagon. Oh no, is he buying him? That bastard. He always buys someone. As playing off again, Simon never. Bowen is a must own from Game Week 32, and probably Morgan gives White, Eze, and triple Spurs. Wilson to get a red card. Could you imagine? If I can tell you, I can fast forward 24 minutes. Let's Talk FPL Andy is going to bring in Palmer in about, well, he's actually probably already bought him in because let's be fair, he knew Sulla was out about 3 hours ago. He would have made the transfer before he hopped on the stream. He's got it live linked in a different window, and he's just going to click that button, and it's just going to miraculously appear with Cole Palmer and his team, and he's probably going to captain him if he brings him in. Let's see if I'm right. I was right last week, right? I was right last week, and let's see if I'm right again. The card can do one. I'm bored, so made the transfer. I love it. Palmer he's so off playing like bloody Anthony. Carlsberg rules. Are you a fan of Goon of Fortune? The Goon of Fortune. Oh, the Goon. No, the Goon, not for me. Can't do the Goon. Can't get on board with the Goon. Oh, man, I remember the Goon bags, walking around and the Goon bags back in the day. Just not that good. 9.8 million in the bank now. Anybody fancy a new car? Legit. It's a bit like that. Everyone's got money for days because they don't need it. It's so stupid this year. Be careful. Let's Talk FPL. Andy has spies in your chat room. You better believe it. Gary's chief spy. Why do you think he showed up? He's going Gordon apparently, but second forwards are Palmer. Oh, mate, I guarantee you he goes Palmer. He'll leave it to the last minute, folks. Sorry to break it, Andy. D-Unit can call you nonsense. It's called showmanship, trying to make his streams interesting because of the fact that, you know, if he had to sit there and do and just talk to people and try and answer people's chat for 2 hours, he'd suck at it. So he's got to try and make some sort of a drama and dramatize it up, let's be fair. Maybe I'm being a bit unkind. Maybe we're just saying it how it is. Why does everyone keep talking about FPL Andy? These fellas every week talk whole lots of crap and then roll on Captain Haaland. Legit. I know they look at FPL review and who's at the top of that every week, and then they just do that pretty much. Worried about benching Sade? Nah. I've actually don't think. I looked at his points over the last 10 weeks, Gary, and I'm starting to wonder why I ever bought Sade in, to be honest with you. So yeah, not worried about benching him at all. Not going to lie. How is Wanging? The Wang end is ready to go. Wang end is ready to go. I'll show you the Wang end after the deadline passes. I'll quickly show you that before we wrap this stream up. Take a hit for Gordon? No. I'll captain Palmer, and if he hauls more than Bruno, I'll send you $20 so you can buy 2 pints of beer. Thank you. I reckon he hauls, man. I reckon he hauls. I reckon he goes bigger than Bruno. I'm very confident on that. Gianni Patisse is my spy account here. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Supreme Leader, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. I did well. I started that during the late mail. I've only just finished it. I've got 20 minutes to go. 20? Oh, I've lost something now. I don't know what I put. Oh, well. He's too busy promoting DG website, isn't he? Harry Maguire captain, yes or no? No, not for me. I can't do it. If he scores a goal tonight and gets a 15-pointer, I'm very sorry for saying no, but I wouldn't do it. We love you, Gary, but mate, keep us. 2 free transfers. One will be throw a dart to pick a defender. Should I use the other to get Wilson in for Sade, Rogers or Dango? Teams around me in mini league have him. I'd get rid of Sade, mate, out of those 3. I'm not going to lie. I just think that I've been very underwhelmed in Sade, and I've owned him now for, I've owned him for the Wolves game. He was rubbish. And I owned him for the Bournemouth game, and he was also rubbish. So he can go. Dodgy. I love it. Plans for the next few weeks, no FPL. I'm just going to play footy him. Literally, I'm literally going to play footy him the next couple of weeks. Thank God that game exists, because I've been enjoying that way more than FPL this year. I'm not going to lie. And season 5's on, and I'm literally on a personal aim this year, to go from Division 8 at the first attempt all the way up to Division 1, and hopefully to win Division 1 at the first attempt. That is the plan. And I'm on track. I've won Division 8, then Division 7, then Division 6. This season we're in Division 5. It should be, in theory, a little bit harder, but I've been slamming the boys through training, and I think they'll be pretty good with a little bit of luck. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for my time off. And I'm probably going to be making some videos for their channel as well. Bruno is smashing everyone else's captain polls. I know, it's mad. I've got Sade. He's at... Exactly. Hopefully he can score a couple of goals. Hopefully. I mean, part of me at the start of the week, I looked at the thing and I was like Palmer's the lowest owned. Out of the 3 blokes I was thinking of captaining, he is the lowest owned. So if I captain him, it's going to have the biggest impact if he bangs. And he bangs bigger than Bruno, and he bangs bigger than Wilson. But in the event he does nothing, I'm going to get murdered. I feel like Wilson is a safe bet. I mean, Burnley have been shipping goals. That's not in doubt. But he could also go missing. Darius, I have no idea who to captain. Currently on Thiago, do I just default to Bruno? I mean, you could. If you're worried about... I mean, the smart money is, Bruno's going to show up. He's going to play 90 minutes. He's probably going to get something. Because he always gets something. That's just a fact. Somehow he just always gets something from nothing, normally. He normally puts a ball in on Casemiro's head or bloody someone's head. But will he go big tonight? I mean, he could. He could. But I don't know. I just feel like the masses are probably going to captain Bruno. Like, he's probably going to be the most captain this week. So why not have some fun with it? So I'm going Harry bloody Wilson. But I should go Palmer because the card said Palmer. Watch the card get it right this week and me get it wrong again. It literally trolls me this season. It's because it's not trolling Nightmare anymore. It's trolling me instead, bastard. Who do I bench, Thiago or Rogers? Rogers. How many teams are going to own before the end of the footy season? No more than 3. I don't need any more. I've literally only got 3, so I could train up all the players required for South Park to the event where when I get into Division 3, which apparently is the hardest one to get promoted from, to make sure I've got an entire squad of 30 players that can bang. That is the whole plan behind the other 2 clubs. They literally just exist for that reason. And they're doing the job. The teams are getting trained up. I mean, the players are getting trained up really well, so hopefully it's really good. Foco actually said on his stream that Bournemouth had the best XGA at home, and yet 91% of his expert contributors are captaining Fernandes. Make it make sense. It doesn't. And that's why I've not been firm on Fernandes all week, because I've watched Man United the last 5 weeks under Carrick. The fitness is gone. They were fit under Amarin. They've obviously changed the way they do the training. Carrick's obviously not as big a fan of... Carrick is doing what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did. He's pandering to the players. Like when Bruno Fernandes comes out and says, he lets us do these things in training. That is pandering to the players. And you can tell, because in games we start like a sloth, Against Everton, where they had 10 men. I mean, that wasn't that one. Sorry, Newcastle against 10 men. They should have played Newcastle off the field. They didn't. They literally looked like the more unfit team against a team that's literally been playing 3 times a week for the whole season. I think whatever they're doing, yes, they're getting the results. Yes, they will finish in the Champions League positions, and that's good for the club next season. If they appoint Michael Carrick and they keep this fitness around, they will be worse than Newcastle next year. They might actually rival Spurs for being in the Champions League and being down near the bottom of the table, because we need a lot of players. And I feel like the owners go, oh, this team's good enough to get Champions League football, and they'll buy like 3 players. I mean, yet Casemiro's leaving. We've got an aging defence. We've got Luke Shaw, who's not in a World Cup year. Harry Maguire not in a World Cup year. They're going to get injured, guaranteed, straight out the gate. I mean, there is just as many flaws and holes in that team as there were at the beginning of the season, and yet now they all look unfit. So, yeah. Does the card say Palmer or Gordon? Palmer or Gordon? Jesus, I threw that away. It reckons Gordon. I'm surprised you're not buying more, because you'll be able to have a whole league full. Oh, mate, I do not need a D unit feeded. I do not need, that's the worst. That's not what I want. Bournemouth are undefeated since game week 22. They are. I'm here. Let's press the like button. Yes, please do. Thank you, Sean. Also, keep your captaincy votes coming in. Bruno's actually, I mean, he's 9% in front of Wilson. Oh, it's closer than I thought that was going to be, to be fair. Like, so many people just picking Bruno is just mad. Like, he's so consistent. I mean, I get it. I kind of get it, right? Like, he has been super consistent. He's got 10, 8, 13. So he's got a lot of points in his last 3 games, let's be fair. He's got 31 points in his last 3 games. He's got an average of 10.33 in those 3. Then he got 2-2, then 10, 10, 5, 10. I mean, he's pretty consistent. He's had 2 blanks in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's had 2 blanks in 10 games playing in the 10. An 80% success rate. Yeah, maybe that's why people are going for Bruno Fernandes captain. That would make a little bit more sense, wouldn't it? DDB, they say in Aussie Rugby. Yes, they do, baby. Gone Palmer captain for the differential. DCL unit infamy. Let's go. Yes, the DCL unit. I feel like he's going to bang, man. DCL unit's so good. He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. He's dual blank then. Sonic going Wilson. Hoping Fernandes blanks just to piss off all the sheep. Mate, I'm hoping that Man United win tonight and Bruno Fernandes is not involved. Like, in terms of not involved in the returns. Hopefully it's Brian and Boomo. If it's Brian and Boomo, happy days. The worst case scenario is actually that Man United don't score and Bournemouth clean sheets all come in. Because, again, I have no faith in my defence. And I feel like last week, the reason why I did end up with like a decent green arrow is because, you know, I didn't have a Bournemouth player. I didn't have one of these players that was like getting these huge points in defence last week. I didn't have any of them. Instead, I had Canade who didn't show up. Mateus Nunes come off the bench with a 2-pointer. Virgil with a 2-pointer. Story of my season. The defenders just suck. In theory, they shouldn't suck, but they just suck. DCL unit captain, Gordon vice captain. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. DCL unit's going to bang. He's got so close to banging last week as well. I mean, the penalty, he hit it well. He hit it too well. It was just unfortunate. It went slightly wide of the post. D unit start Mukiele or transfer him for Jow Fulham defense. I would just transfer him, mate. I don't think he's going to start. I've just benched him. I actually sold Mateus Nunes instead for Romero, and I'm just rolling with that and hoping I've got it right. Pickford or Brabazon to play? For me, I'd probably play Bart Simpson. Don't know why. I just feel like Liverpool got more chance of blanking than Chelsea's attack. So, yeah, I'm going to go Bart Simpson. My heart's killing. Someone pick for me. Bruno, Gordon, JP, or Wilson for captain. Wilson. Confirm your captain as Wilson. I don't think I'm going to change it. There's 11 minutes left. I haven't changed it now, and as much as literally gone 2 for 2. So the card's literally 50% when you throw it up like that. But if we do it one more time, because this will be 4 in a row. Look at that. It's gone. It's gone. We've got Wilson captain. Man. That might have been me. Have I just ended the stream by accident? Oh, what did I do? I think I touched something. I knocked the settings. I think we're back. Hopefully. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, brought Frimpong and Captain Ekatike. Nice. Done. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to back in what I thought originally. Wilson, Burnley at home. It is the best fixture in the game this week. It has to be Wilson. Don't do an Andy. I'm not doing an Andy. I have a very strong feeling Chelsea won't do a stroke versus Everton. Change the team to here before it's too late. Nah, it's locked like that. I think Chelsea will be fine against Everton. Yeah, I've a different team to most this week. I'm pretty happy with it. For what is a blank game week, and blank game weeks always throw up some random things. So hopefully I've landed on the right captain. Hopefully Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson's record at home, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, he has gone. He blanked against West Ham, but that's because he didn't play. So he didn't play in the West Ham game, so he didn't actually blank there. So the last home game, he got a goal and assist, 12 points against Spurs. At Everton at home, he did blank. So against Everton, he did blank. Against Brighton at home, he got 10 points, scored a goal. Against Chelsea, scored a goal, 9 points. Played against Liverpool at home, goal, 6 points. And then he blanked against Forest all the way back in 17. But then the week before that, obviously, it was the Burnley game where he got a goal and 2 assists. The game before that, at Palace at home, a goal, 8 points. The game before that, 2 assists. Against Man City at home, 8 points. He's been pretty good all season. So even against Wolves, he scored a goal and got 10 points. So I think that's what we're doing. WhatsApp team leak message. For a second there, I was like going, what? Did someone send me a message? Definitely not doing an Andy. That we're locked. That's how we're locking it. I just needed to check I've saved my team. Yep, saved team has been saved. That's as is. No more rolling, no more last minute drama. We're not about that here. Last season, I actually really struggled with because I was new to doing deadline streams. Quite often, I was panicked by the end because I didn't actually know what I was going to do. And then I made a lot of late calls last season. This year, been way more equipped with what I think I'm going to do and roll with it like that. Out of Thiago or Bruno, who would you captain? I'd go Thiago. Just we have 3 WhatsApp groups now. Which one is the main one? It's got to be the Footium one. Footium one's got the best chat in it. Do you start Mukiele or transfer him for Jow, Fulham defender? I would sell Mukiele for a Spurs defender. Frimpong starts, I don't know, man. But if Salah's not playing, and Gomez is incapable of starting at right back, you would suggest that probably opens the door up for a start, I would have thought, for Frimpong. Whether it's on the right wing or whether it's at right back, that's a completely different question, but I think he starts. I'm not convinced he does much, but I think he starts. Mukiele for Spurs defender, why? Because it's different. That's the reason why I'm going Romero. I bought Romero in myself. If I'm going to sit there and recommend anything, I'm going to do something that I did myself. Otherwise, I'll just be being hypocritical. I bought Romero in because I think potentially this is the week Spurs can get a win at home and keep a clean sheet. And Romero scored 4 goals in 20 games this season from 20 starts. I just think that he's a good move in. So that's why I went it. Romero in, see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I got a wild card later tonight anyway, so happy days. If he bangs, it'll be the best move probably of the season. If this comes in, it will definitely be up there with one of the better moves I've ever made. So we'll see, I suppose. See if it works. If it doesn't work, if it works, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I put the captaincy on Bruno, lol. Boring or what? It's not a bad move. Let's be fair. Bruno's a pretty good captaincy shout. Let's be fair. Are you going to change your captaincy? I'm sticking with Wilson, baby. Wilson all day long. We're locked in. As others say, Operation Target Burnley is in full effect. We are targeting Burnley. I mean, in fairness, from an attacking standpoint, targeting Burnley makes a lot of sense because they do concede the most XGC in the game. So I feel like they're there for the taking, and I think that we can take advantage of them. So hopefully Harry Bloody Wilson can do the job. I mean, this is the moment. I've ridden him. So that's a really bad way of saying it. I have enjoyed all the points from Harry Wilson. I've enjoyed that 16 point of the week I brought him in straight out the gate against Burnley. I've got fond memories of that moment. Can he deliver again for the D unit? I just hope the answer is yes. I really hope the answer is yes. Yes, Mira, I did that in the late mail. Buddy. It's, towards the end of the late mail. All my predictions are in there. We're going with 1-1 tonight, Murat. 1-1 tonight. Don't put a bet on over 2.5 goals. That would be my guess. All right, you've got not much longer until the deadline passes here. There's about 3.5 minutes left, give or take. I know the timer is slightly ahead, but that's deliberately so you've got a minute left over so you can actually go and do your teams. When you reveal your wildcard time, if anyone can afford your team, can you mention? Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I'm aware that most people won't be able to afford my team. I've got exceptionally good team value, and I'm going to be putting it to use. Whether it works or not is another story in itself, because this season the points have all been like the DC midfielders and the DC defenders, and they aren't expensive. So I feel like I'm going to be playing the wild card 32 like I'm playing FPL from last year, and just hoping that these players can turn it around in the last 6 game weeks. Because I feel like when we get towards the end of the season, the attacking players are going to take over because there's less things to play for, and then we're going to hopefully see better football than what we've been getting what feels like the entire season. Love to Yoda, yes. I'm going an extra pair this week and going Jow captain. Oh, Finchey, I like it. Love it that. You've ridden Wilson low. I'm impressed. Odd that Wilson's been recommended so highly only this game week when he's been scoring FPL points for fun. I know. I was like, people have been not covering. I mean, it took the cartel forever to start mentioning him. The reason why they're not mentioning him, right, is because of this. He's not on penalties, so that's a big cross against him. And his underlying numbers, 0.37 XGI, is not something that the cartel really rates. That's why. I'm captaining Wilson. Yep, 100%. FPL Ryan, double Fulham defence. Good luck. Good luck, Ryan. Just realised I've got 10 away players. This could be generationally bad. It could be generation bad or it could be generation good. Actually, I've got the same. I've got 2 at home. Wilson and Romero. I've got 9 players away from home. Gotta hope they have good weeks away from home, eh? He's captaining Wilson as well. Okay, fair. Wilson 1 goal, 2 assists in the reverse fixture. Yeah. He rarely blanks at home as well. I bought Aina. Fair, not bad. All right, you've got less than a minute, folks. It's 2:29 in the morning here, which means the game is about to lock out. The timer has hit 0. You need to get your things in. Lucky then the FPL is all about points rather than XGI. Exactly, Bateman. That's what it's all about. Literally what it's all about. Yeah. Let's hope for a good game week, eh? Blank game weeks are always interesting weeks. Last season, the big blank game week, I didn't free hit because I was doing something different because I really wanted to try and win FPL, and my strategy just didn't do that well because all those defenders that everyone bought on free hit just all banged. But this season, the one before that, blank game week 29, I banged. I had a huge green arrow. I think I had like a 28-point green arrow that week, and that was huge. This week, hopefully, I've got it right. and I can get a green arrow. No hits taken. Transfer done. Teams locked in. Romero in for Mateus Nunes because Mukiele is a doubt. We want to make sure I've got an entire playing 11. It didn't cost me a hit, so Romero's in. It's a 1 week punt. I've got no interest in owning Spurs assets post this game week, but if it comes in, my God, is it going to be good. I have a feeling Bournemouth bangs out. Everyone wrote him off. I hope so as well. My trip's ready and locked and loaded. That's why the cartel don't like Semenyo, a proper FPL, proper player that's not on pens. Went for Wilson too. All right, now because this stream is proudly sponsored by Footy, and we're going to actually show you what's doing. Note my pleasure, Bateman. I'm going to quickly give him a shout out as well in the post credits here. So if you want to sit there, so this is what I'm going to be doing. People have been asking what I'm going to be doing during the. I need to find it now. Where am I at? I need to make sure I go to the right thing here. Okay, let's see what this one will do the job. I hope this does the job. It might not actually do the job. Let's try. All right, let's go here. All right, there you go. So you can see that's my team locked in, done, nothing doing there. Footium. When you click that link in the stream description, it'll take you here, and I'm going to literally walk you through it and sign up. I'm going to sign up with literally a random email address here in a second. It will take you here. You can pick your club that you want to play in. I don't like any of them. Don't even know. Actually, this one might be the one that's in FPL Mates League. I'm going to try that one. Anyway, so you go here. It will ask you, if you've got a Google account, this is the easiest way to sign up. Just go there. I've just got a random email address already created just to show you this. You go there, click in. It will come up with this nonsense or whatever. And then literally, you can literally play for free. It's as easy as that. Then you go down here and actually it'll do this. It'll do it automatically. What am I on about here? And it'll take you here. You can add your name. Let's just go Alex Ferguson because I'm going to be the Alex Ferguson of Footium. It's Ferg. Oh my God. Ferguson. There we go. Then obviously got that there. No, I don't want marketing. Click start playing. Then it'll take you to this screen here. It's really good. It talks you through everything you need to do. So you can claim a coaching session, which is kind of handy. And then it gets you to set your lineup. So you go in here, you pick your team. So generally speaking, you want to get players that generally fit in the green section. This guy's green. We don't have a left midfielder, so that guy. If you don't have a position, if they're yellow, it's not too bad. If it's anything else, it's not too flash. Let's go in Fuentes. Let's see if we've got a couple of forwards. We've got Okafor. Oh, look at that. We've got an Okafor in Footium, a bit like what Leeds do in the thing. Then obviously you select your subs. An NG, I like that. Jones, Sanchez, Lim. Lim's always banging this game. And then you go here, select your captain. Then you're set. You play one game every single day. It goes for 30 minutes. You don't have to be there. As long as you've got your team lineup set like that, the game will play it automatically. During the season, you can go in here and you can actually train players. It's in pre-season. First game start on Tuesday. What's best, though, is oh, my God, that you can win a D-Unit shirt if you join and you finish top of the Caretaker League. And obviously, if you go down here, whoops, sorry, no, that's not the right one. You'll go down here and you'll find that there's Caretaker League. You get entered into that. If you win that one as well, you get a special prize from Actual Footium. But if you win this league, which has obviously got 70-odd teams in it now, and we've been handing out a shirt. I've handed out 3 shirts now playing Footium. So if you want a chance of winning a custom FPL D-Unit shirt, give them a link and follow in the description. With that being said, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. And yeah. I'll see you for the Man United watch along, which will be later on today in about 1 hour.